Okay, well, I asked for 5 minutes and I took about 15, so that's close enough. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hi. Hi,
Hello.
Jim. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Marvel. Hey, Simon.
What's up? It's so warm here today in Colorado. I have my air conditioner on because I need it, like
Hmm.
for heat control, not just for, to breathe.
Yeah, it's cloudy here today.
Last night
Yeah.
it was like one of those humid nights that I only remember from back east, so it was very weird here. I don't know. It's like, dogs living with cats, weird shit going on. I don't know what's going on.
So it's all biblical end of times type stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
I was wondering what that bright light last night was. But seriously, what's going on over the other side of the pond?
It's been fairly warm. I've actually had to put the air conditioning on in the car once, and
Oh,
I've had the fan going at sort of 10 o'clock in the evening. But I don't handle heat particularly well. If it
do you
goes
have air
into
conditioning in your house?
no, this is the
Wow.
UK. We don't have air conditioning in houses.
Yeah,
So we,
same here, pretty
Really?
much.
yeah, yeah.
See,
Um,
Colorado doesn't either, and I don't get that. Colorado has very few places with air conditioning, unless they're brand new being built,
yeah.
because people just didn't use it here, and they still don't really. People who've lived here their whole lives hardly use air conditioning, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? It's a dry heat. It's still heat, guys. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's still hot. I must admit, I suffer more if it's humid, and it does tend to be
Oh
humid here
yeah.
as well. But yeah,
Well, yeah, you're near the ocean, right?
yeah, near
You're an
enough.
island, pretty much.
Yes,
So you're all near the ocean because you're tiny anyway.
yeah,
So even
yes.
inland is not inland like us. Like where I am, I'm dry. You know. Is
Well,
Hmm.
the, I got a
I thought
question for somebody smarter than me, Simon. All
no pressure then. Yeah, go on. Then.
right. So when I read my thing that gives me all the readouts about air quality, is the percentage of humidity based on like even what it would be back east, or is it just for this area? You know what I'm saying?
I believe it's relative humidity, and I think it's baselined on something, but I don't know what.
Anybody know? Because like 60% humidity here does not feel like 60% humidity in New York. You know what I'm saying?
It should be.
60% humidity in New York, you're dying, you're dripping.
It. sh- I think it probably should be the same amount of water vapor in the air, bloody bloody blah. But I don't know what it actually refers to.
Maybe because
Um.
we start out so dry here. You go ahead.
Well, relative humidity refers to the ratio of water vapor actually in the air compared to how much water vapor air can hold.
So maybe because we start so dry, it's not as bad. You see what I'm saying?
No, it might be the marvelous elevation thing again.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There's that. There's that. Because I seen when I first got here, I thought I was seeing fog, but then I was told no, that's the clouds touching the ground.
Yeah, yeah,
Oops,
because you're at a
we're
higher
very high up.
altitude,
Yeah.
less air pressure, and so presumably less water vapor. So humidity is would mean there'll be more water vapor than you would normally
Right. Right.
expect. So yeah,
Okay. Thank you. Our mayor says that it's in my home. Okay. Well, interesting. Interesting. It's just I just remember being so much more uncomfortable back east when we had
Yeah.
this much humidity. Because
fifteen
lately it's
percent.
been very. I said 60.
So yeah, no, so real number just said we are only at 15% humidity in the area. 15% is actually really bloody low as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, that is. That is very low.
Hmm.
But hey, at least it's not snowing. So there's that. 'Cause that just freaks me out. this late in the game.
Yeah, sort of look on the bright side.
You got another 3 months before you have to worry about snow, right?
I just had it a month ago. Not
Yeah,
even.
no.
Not even a month ago. 3 weeks ago. Two and a half, 3 weeks ago. We had snow here. So don't jinx me, please. Because it's not so much as uncomfortable as it freaks me out that we have it at the weirdest times of the year. Because we're not. I mean, like I look up at the mountains. Yeah, that's got snow a lot later, I guess you might say, or at weirder times. But now, like where we are, I still don't feel like we should have snow.
Well, we had snow here once. Well, I saw the snow falling at around about 3 o'clock in the morning in August.
Let me put it this way. The elevation where you are is the same elevation as the highest mountain pass near here. So you're pretty high up to begin with. So, yeah.
Really?
6,000 feet? Yeah, it's about the same height as the highest mountain pass around here.
I thought we were more than that. Denver is around 6,000. We're higher than Denver. We higher than Denver, and Denver's a mile-high city. Little
Mr.
Denver.
Savage.
Ha 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 ha.
Mr. Savage, before I forget, I'm not going to mention cookies, but I think I might have got that email that you were referencing a while back, a couple of days ago.
When you're good. Yeah. A good snow neighborhood too. Good old Connecticut. I remember when I lived in Connecticut and we had 6 feet of snow. That was a good snow. It was a very long time ago, and don't ask me when.
You're just a hair under 6,000 there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So what's a mile? How many feet is a mile?
5,000 roughly.
Okay. As long as we're still taller than Denver. Maybe little Denver. I don't know why I have a dislike for Denver, but I do. Because I'd rather be there, and I can't because it's expensive. Like, stupidly expensive for where it is to me, you know? Like, if it was New York, it'd be one thing. But it's Denver, for Christ's sake, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of compare everywhere to New York or, like, LA or Rome, you know? If it's not on that tier of coolness to me, of historical importance, of I don't know, it's
It's
Denver.
very snobby.
I know it sounds terrible, but fuck it, I don't care. It's true for me.
If I
Everybody
remember,
Well, London
remember,
there too. Sorry.
if I remember correctly, where I am, I've been told. I've not actually checked this, so I could well be wrong. Is we're on the same line of latitude as Winnipeg.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
so
actually farther north there than we are here.
51 north,
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah, we're 49 north here.
Where am I? Do you know?
Top right hand corner.
No.
I'll find out. You are 38 degrees north.
Okay.
Wow.
I was wondering about that. Because I saw these wall things, wall art, right? With see New York on it, and then it had numbers for the coordinates. I'm like, why is that a piece? Like, why is that wall art? It just says New York and then coordinates. It was like, that's very nerd art, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's like you must really like GPS. What is that called? What's that thing?
Latitude, longitude?
No. What is that thing? They do geocache. You must really like geocaching.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a friend that used to do that.
Yeah, my dead aunt's husband does that. That's me.
One of our people in the server does geocache.
I want to try it because it's like a treasure hunt, really.
Can't remember which one. Paracord Princess, was it? Who does it?
Maybe I do remember talking to somebody about it because it's like a treasure hunt.
Yes.
I don't know what I would leave in the little spots. Maybe little pink subs, right? Little coins with pink subs on them.
Mm.
Oh, that reminds me. So if I got, do you all know what a what is it? Oh god, that coin is that the military people and cops and people collect.
Challenge coin?
Yeah, if I made a challenge coin for SC, would people buy it? It's a remembrance.
I would.
I would too, but I mean, like, I think a lot of people would. But so I've been looking at places that make them, and what we could do is on his channel announce a contest to design one of the sides, maybe.
Yeah.
Can I admit to being confused at this point?
Sure. What up? What up?
I
Challenge coin?
think I know what they look like and whatever, but why challenge coin?
You get them when you achieve something, and they trade them as well. So
Right.
you
It's for achieving.
you bet a challenge and
Okay.
you achieved it. It's basic trading, whatever.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a few people in
Right.
the chat saying they'll put me down for one.
All right, yeah, because I thought he
Right.
collected them. The
I
reason
for some
why I
reason
thought of it.
thought.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought it would be along the lines of a challenge to prove that you knew somebody or you had been somewhere.
No. So he collected them. He had a bag of them. I'm supposed to be getting one from Nicole. One of his. He showed me a few of them and stuff, and he really they were something he cared about. Part of him. So I thought that's a great way of remembering him. So there's that. And I will get that Jeep. So,
Okay.
so
Oh, Elder Grown says in the military you'd use them to prove your identity to the guard at the gate.
thanks, Elder Grove. Do you have a bunch? Does anybody have them? Because he had a bunch. Jesus Lord, he had a bunch. He had like a gallon Ziploc.
I don't think it's a thing that we do in the UK, but Captain Cactus will probably be able to give the answer on that.
Was he in the military?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
So. Anybody has them? Base camp if you lose against AMG, Simon.
That's not something I can do since I don't have a camera.
Yeah, he doesn't even have one on his phone, sweetheart. So.
Yeah.
He
has a flip.
He's basically analog.
He basically has a flip phone.
You have a few?
I used to have a flip phone, but not any longer.
You've gotten a new phone.
I've had this phone for a few years now.
It's one of those.
It does actually have a camera. It just doesn't have enough memory to take a photograph.
Oh Jesus!
It doesn't have enough memory to download a ringtone.
Oh come on, Simon! What the fuck do you have?
It's one of those solid phones that just have like the keys on the outside and the screen. They don't flip or anything. They're just a solid phone. They're not a smart.
That makes an Alcatel, I think.
Oh God! It's just a toy. It's a toy.
Guess what?
Child's toy.
It makes phone calls, receives phone calls, and sends and receives text messages. That's all.
That's perfect.
Yeah, exactly what I want it for. Hi, Nicole.
You can't even take a picture of the camera you have. Oh.
Hey, Nicole.
We gotta fix that. I'll send you a phone. I have an extra one. Even the one they give you, sorry, even the one they give you if you're on an Obama phone plan is better than that.
I do
It's a
actually
free
have.
government phone.
I do actually have a Nokia 5310 Cajunis.
What's that? Is that better?
It's older.
I love the Razor. That's an old phone, but it was a great phone.
Yeah, I
And this
had
was
two
dope.
razors.
Yeah, I had a pink one. I didn't play on it. It was my dad's. They gave it to him. I think it's supposed to be red, but it looked pink to me. Super cat.
K-Rab for $4.99 says, "How about including his 100K button on the coin? Also,
Make
make
sure.
sure to get other channels to promote."
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea, K-Rab. I'm definitely writing that down. Great idea.
All right.
Nicole, we were just talking about something I was doing for SC. She just came in, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. The challenge coin in remembrance. Have you found those yet? By the way, have you come across them? Sorry.
Hmm?
I was talking to Nicole.
Ah.
New phone for Simon. Right? I want Simon to get on our level with phone. I want to be able to FaceTime with him when I'm ready to FaceTime. What do you think?
Yeah. I would say don't hold your breath because I'm guessing
Oh,
blue is not your color.
no? Okay.
Because you'd be going blue in the face waiting if you're holding your breath.
You have a razor right now? Change your knees. Get out. What? Oh, okay. You can still buy them and use them. You can. $50, I think, for a razor. I'm very. I'm like, if I didn't love my iPhone so much, I would get one because I love the fucking razor. I do.
I think my first phone was an Ericsson. It's either a T10 or a T14 flip phone.
Clip to.
Bridge 152 for $5 says, "AMG, if you've good captain of the pink sub, I'll buy one." Okay.
Okay.
Thomas, I have a Moto G Pure, so it's almost exactly the same.
Okay. Now we're getting like I don't know all these things.
Oh, Benjamin Needham's member for 13
Oh,
months. Mutant says, "I miss my old Kyocera Hydro. I had that for 8 years."
that
Wow.
would be a good idea. Unchained America wants to know if I'm gonna have a Chili Castro bingo. That would be a good idea. I just don't know if I'm going to continue doing bingos or live streams. Actually, we've been talking about it, but I haven't seen. Um,
Yeah.
I don't. I will make a note of it if I do. Okay, thank you. It's a good idea, though. Definitely.
Yeah.
Your first was a Motorola. Who's the one that used to? Oh, I'm thinking Magnavox. Does anybody remember that company? Are they still around? Magnavox?
Magnavox?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
My dad called them Magna shit. We have one of their TVs. It's terrible. It was like it must have weighed like 500 pounds too. It was in a console cabinet thingy. It was huge. Huge.
No, apparently they're still around.
Get out. What do they make?
Let's find out. They make TVs, apparently.
Oh, shit.
Roku TVs, portable speakers, headphones, home cinema system, sorry. Blu-ray, DVD players, etc., etc.
Chalik, you beat Simon Missioner, who has the oldest phone in the chat. I don't think anybody's got a phone like more analog or old or low key, lo-fi, whatever you want to call it, inside.
I will now say I still have that original Ericsson, either T10 or T14, whatever it is.
Okay. Is that a brick? Anybody have a
No.
brick? That'd be
No,
cool.
it's a flip phone.
I did. So I do know someone who has a brick.
Oh my god, no way.
They have like a. They used to work for Nokia. They have like a cell phone museum in their house.
Oh,
You go
okay.
into the one room and they've got the suitcase phone.
Oh,
They've
no
got
way! I remember those!
yeah, they've got the brick. They've got a bunch of early Nokia models. Yeah.
Okay. That's not funny. I just gave you credit for a good idea, and now this. Really? Turning on me so soon? Okay. But you sell the box too, right? Simon seems to be a saver. I won't say hoarder, but saver.
If that was at me, Alanized, no, I don't think I've got the box for that one.
Oh, it's part of Phillips. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I have a Roku, and well, I had a Roku. I gave it to somebody, and now I have. Is Fire the Amazon?
Mm,
I have the Amazon one.
I think so.
You have one of those the size of your friend does? Oh, neat. My dad had the first car phone that you had, like, had a cord to the car. Like, it had a cord that attached to the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't just carry it with you. It would only go as far as the cord. Telephone cords, man. Remember those?
Yes. Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of the company. It was named after the guy who ran it. They produced computers, and one of my old bosses had a very early, I wouldn't say laptop, more luggable. It was actually the size of an attaché case.
Yeah.
The front folded down to make the keyboard.
Oh my god. That's old. That's old.
And I can't remember the name.
Destiny.
I can never remember the name.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, I haven't heard this phrase in a long time. Free nights and weekends. Remember? Remember? I remember. Minutes. Do people still pay for minutes? Yeah. That's a prepaid, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they do still have those prepaid phones. Yeah.
My mom still has a house phone. The cord goes from the kitchen to the den. Yes, bitch! We had one on the wall.
Yes, Cajunese, the Osborne. That's the one. Yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. We had one on the wall between the kitchen, well, the dining room and living room. And that bitch had such a long cord. I could sit on the couch. I could go and make food. Like, it was so fucking long. And then they would wear out, so they get even longer. Oh my god, fucking wall phones, man, love them. That's like, people don't know. Kids today don't know what it's like to have to take your call from your best friend or your boyfriend, where the rest of the family was sitting. You know, you have to go into a closet and close the door on the cord. Anybody remember doing that? Yeah. I would go into a room and if upstairs my parents had a phone in their room as well, so I would like take the cord and try to stretch it to the bathroom or something, and close the door. Yeah, which is stupid because the bathroom has acoustics. So never figured that out. This is stupid. I remember. Okay.
I remember being somewhere where the phone was. It was a recovery house. The phone was in the kitchen. This guy took it and into the living room because I guess he wanted privacy when he was talking on the phone, and stretched the cord out really good. So when I came through to go through, I ended up tripping over it and like ripping the phone out of his hand. He's like, "What the fuck, dude?" I'm like, "Your phone's in the way." Like,
yeah.
Like, I didn't do it on purpose, but you. you got the cord right in the way. Like, Jesus.
Oh my god, my grandparents had a rotary dial till they stopped having a wall phone, really. Which was never.
My grandma had a rotary phone too.
Pretty sure they had a wall phone until they died. So, yeah. Last time I went to my grandparents' house, still had a wall phone. And it was rotary. I don't know why they never upgraded it, but yeah. And you hated anybody who had like a 7, 8, or 9 or a 0 in their number because it took so long.
Yeah.
So
There.
my friend, she lived in Westchester, so the phone numbers there start with a 914, and the prefix for Portchester was 939. Her number was 7091. So I hated dialing anybody there. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we had this family in our church, and they lived in this really old house that dated back to the early 1900s. And when I went over there to cat sit for them one time, their phone would ring in their house, and you could pick it up and talk to people on incoming calls, but you couldn't make outgoing calls. It
Yes.
was one of those phones that hung on the wall with the thing you picked up with the cord.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the super old timey
Oh yeah.
1920s phones. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it
Because you
still
have
worked.
to dial by asking the operator to dial
Yeah,
for you. Yeah.
yeah.
Crazy. Does anybody remember party lines? I was never around for those, but I do remember
Yes.
seeing them on like old shows.
I think the first telephone my parents got was a
A
party
party
line.
line? Okay.
Yeah.
So other people could use it, not in your house.
Yeah.
We had our wires crossed for like 3 months with this other family in our town, and it was like a party line because we pick up the phone and we hear them talking on the other end. It's like, what the
Yes.
hell?
Every once in a while, that would happen. Yeah, with landlines. I
Yeah.
remember that. So, Aaron Rod, do you actually use that rotary phone you have? I just saw a lamp made out of a rotary phone. That was so cool. So cool. The light was in the earpiece, and like the stiffened out the cord so that the headset, whatever thing, was like just kind of floating in air. Is really neat piece. Kind of like an art piece lamp. Let's say.
Yeah.
Those are cool. I love unique shit. Cute, Joshua. Cute. Three-way calling. Oh, geez, it was very new and fun back then. Like, oh my god, I could talk to 2 of my friends at once. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get like, and then when you figured out that by calling 3-way calling one person and having them 3-way call somebody else, you could talk to even more people. Oh well, bitch, there's a party on the phone. Did anybody do that?
Yeah, I did 3-way calling a little bit.
But did you do like 5, 6-way calling?
No.
That was the shit. That was expert level.
I
You had
don't
a
think
phone
we ever had
number?
that.
Holy shit. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think we ever had sort of 3, 4-way, whatever calling.
Oh,
It was
man.
just 1-to-1.
Savage has a good point for $2. He says, question, where does Superman change without a phone booth?
I know, right? It's sad. He just has to duck into a alleyway, I guess. I don't know. He's DC. I don't give a fuck.
Excuse me, do you have a public bathroom here? I need to
I know,
train.
right?
Oh, Mrs.
Like
Schrodinger's
11?
cat for $4.99 says AMG is still young and beautiful.
Are you ambient high already? What the fuck? Thank you. Oh,
And you're due for your optometrist appointment next week.
Janitor closets unchanged says. See, Marvel doesn't have anybody who has to change like that, so I don't know. It seems inconvenient. for a superhero to have to do that. Just saying.
Okay, quick challenge. What was said on the first phone call?
I know that one. So I'm not going to answer.
It wasn't. So,
No.
what are you wearing?
It was a call for help.
No, I thought it was Tina. What are you wearing?
Ha ha ha. It was a call for help. He had hurt himself, and he called out for his assistant to come.
Oh, okay.
Correct,
I
older
thought
bro.
you-
Yes.
I thought you were asking for real. Watson, I need you. Yes, see?
Yes. Yep.
I was
Yeah.
right.
Yes, I did know. But yeah.
So Alan sent me a video of a rotary phone stumping two teenage boys.
Hmm?
I guess there's two teenagers. They trying to figure out how to use a rotary phone.
That's funny.
Yes, Cajunis. It was either about someone's car warranty wearing out, or it was offering them double glazing.
Yep, Prince Albert in a can. Don't let it go.
Is your refrigerator running?
I don't understand that, Arian Rod. What?
Hey! That's, you don't remember prank calls? One of the best known, most used prank calls is you call somebody up and ask you, do you have Prince Albert in a can? And if they said yes, which was very rare because nobody knew what it was really, you'd say, oh, you better let him out. Get it? Because he suffocated?
Yes.
What is Prince Albert in a can?
I don't know.
It's a
Well, I
poop.
know what a Prince Albert is.
Well, Prince Albert was the husband of Queen Victoria, and it is also the name of a piercing of a
I know
male
that.
body part.
It's canned tobacco. It's
Okay.
canned tobacco. Okay, thank you.
We generally don't have that in
Well,
the UK. So
it was one of the better known. Like, is your refrigerator running? Better
Yeah.
go catch it. That kind of thing. You didn't do prank calls, Simon?
no,
Fuck you! You didn't do prank calls?
no,
Are you kidding? Every
No.
kid did prank calls at some point.
We did prank calls.
Every kid did.
no,
You call up and
because
say, "Is your refrigerator running?" And they say, "Yes, it is." Well, you
because
better go
I
catch
was
it.
because I was boring, didn't often have to use the telephone, and thought it was a serious instrument.
Oh my god!
So
Stop. We're not
Yeah.
calling 911 to do it.
I have been in a pseudo conspiracy to phone the emergency services unexpectedly. A mate of mine got himself a new modem for dial-up
Uh-huh.
and plugged it in and decided to run the test program. And of course, it was an American modem. So what
Oh.
it does is send a series of digits to the modem. And being
Uh-oh.
American, it sent nines.
And that's
So
your emergency number.
So after it dialed the third nine, the phone started ringing, and because it was a modem, we could actually hear the ringing, and we looked at one another and thought, "Why is it?
Right.
Oh crap!" Just as we heard a voice saying, "Emergency services,
Yeah.
what service do you require?" Oh crap! Unplug it, turn it off, do something.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
I knew that you had nines.
Yes, Sunshine.
Apparently,
Yeah.
if you're somewhere in the world and you're not, like traveling, and you don't know the number for emergency services, you dial 111.
Yes,
It's universal.
I don't know how true this is because again, boring. I'm being told that various emergency service numbers work regardless in a
Oh.
given country.
Well, I read it from a pretty good source.
Yeah, if you dial 911 in England, wouldn't they just reroute you to 999?
I think so. Yes, in fact,
Yeah,
I
because
have
it's pretty well
I've
known.
never tried it.
So, Mrs. Schrodinger's cat is also boring and never did prank
Well,
calls.
good for you, Nicole.
No, we're gonna have to do one later. Every American kid. Come on.
Well, you know why, don't you, AMG? Well, you know why people
Don't.
give you prank calls.
Why?
She couldn't reach the phone.
Not funny. Not. I'm not laughing, Nicole. I'm not. Fuck.
Hello, Artist Chat Union.
Yeah, why'd you change your name?
I was about to ask that.
I don't get it.
In fact, I asked Cliff whether he knew that or not earlier.
I don't know. Yeah, I saw that last night. Why'd you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they did.
K-Rab, I dialed 911 by mistake and hung up on my cell phone. They called back first. If you don't answer, they send a cop.
Mm.
Because,
Could be like a domestic violence hang up or something.
yeah, you could be abducted, a lot of things. Oh, come on, Joshua. You here? I don't know. Where, Abby? Where did the first 911 call happen? Ooh, I love history like that.
Artist Chat Union says the reason why I changed my name is because I wanted to pick something more accurate than the other one.
What
Now,
is
is it
artist chat?
Otter's hat?
I don't. What is it? Okay, so we have emergency numbers in Australia. One for landlines and one for mobiles. Oh, that's confusing. That's confusing. Why would they do that? Yeah, you might have passed out after dialing as well. Awesome, nice.
Well, if I remember correctly, it took an awful long time, relatively speaking, for all the American cell phone providers to actually provide 911
Yes, they
emergencies
didn't
via
have
their
it.
services. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
which is ridiculous.
yeah.
It should have been like a necessity. You can't go public without it. Hey, Nana.
Oh, Abby, I was going to answer your question
Haleyville, Alabama.
in a very pedantic, literal fashion. Do you know where the first 911 call started? Yes, on a telephone.
You're an asshole. February 16th, 1968? Really? We've had it that long? Cool. Thank you.
So Artist Chat Union says AMG tell her that the new name I have is based on a town in Armenia.
Nice. Good to know.
Okay.
Thank you. The juvenile delinquent from next door did it from your house and ran? No. Terrible.
Huh.
Hooligans. I hate hooligans.
Oh, here's a phone-related story that's true. Where I used to work, I used to see a lot of personnel files of the civil service department I worked for.
Yeah.
And occasionally, the people who looked after them forgot to take out the conduct and discipline files if somebody had been naughty. And got one file, and for, I think it was an inspector of taxes, which bit of a giveaway which department I work for in that case. And she got demoted. Did she get? No, I think can't remember if she got demoted or not. But she had her pay reduced down to the bottom of the pay scale and held there for 3 years.
Why?
Well, because they found out that she was sort of phoning home during lunchtime.
That's it?
Yeah, her home was in India.
Oh, fuck her. Oh, shit. Yeah, people have done that. They go to work and make long distance calls, and that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Unless you work for, like, the phone company. So, because it doesn't really cost them anything. But still, bullshit. Bullshit, you shouldn't do that. Because they did that to my dad. Like, we're a small business. We're, my dad, my mom, and me. And, like, we had delivery services. We had one guy who did that to us. This is out of our house. Our office was in our fucking house. And he's making long-distance calls on our phone. Motherfucker. I had forgotten about that. I hate people like that.
It's taking the mickey rather excessively, isn't it?
Yeah, he got fired right away.
Yeah.
And there was this one other guy, because like I said, the fucking office was in our house for the beginning of the time my dad had, first few years, because it's a small business. You're starting up, cutting down on, bills. So we didn't rent an office at first, right? Motherfucker was going down in our basement smoking weed in a house. I was 8 years old. My dad, he was lucky he got fired only. Let's just say that. Because, I mean, you can understand, right? Like, hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, whatever. Super.
A Tiger Lily 2013 for £449. As not knowing that clicking the lock phone screen on an iPhone in quick succession rings the emergency services, I accidentally rang them half asleep.
That's exactly how I called him by mistake that time. A couple times, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody just asked you what your name meant, Anna?
Yeah.
Luna!
Luna.
Super job. Okay. Check my DM thing. Let's see what. 3 mils. What? This is too. All right. So apparently, I don't know. Did you get this yourself? No, you didn't get it because you're not in America. So this is overhead street sign that was seen. The lights went out on it, I guess.
3 mils, 4 minutes.
Yeah. 3 mils, no waiting. Nicole, what do you think? Virginia, 3 mils. 4-minute wait.
Oh, I'm very tempted to say that the dichotomy of having MILFs and Virginia in close proximity is a bit of a oxymoron.
Don't get it.
Well, you couldn't really be a mother and a virgin, could you?
Oh, okay. Nobody thinks of it like that, though. It's a place with 3 mils. That's what we're saying. What a deal. Yeah, I know, right?
Well, they say Virginia is for lovers.
They do say that. I never understood that, though. Why is Virginia for lovers? Why not New York? Why not Pennsylvania? I never understood that.
Yeah.
Vermont. Didn't they say that about Vermont, too, though?
No, that was maple syrup.
What? It's so weird. What?
No, that's what Vermont is known for.
I know, but I could swear I saw a lover who says Vermont for lovers as well. But I could be wrong. Adoption?
Never seen it.
What's adoption? Huh? What did I miss? Is that what Vermont's for? Right, whatever.
Yeah.
And he takes that as a challenge. Okay. You've never called the police, Captain Couches? Not even a non-emergency? Not even say hi? That's terrible.
Joshua Lee for $5 says, just remember this easy number for new and improved emergency services. 0118-999-881-999-119-7253.
That's funny.
Press 1 for if you want an ambulance. Press 2.
Press.
All right. Okay.
If you want an ambulance, press 119-999.
Yeah, right? No, but has anybody here besides me ever been called 911 and been put on hold? Because, that is ridiculous. That's some crazy shit when that happens.
Well, that would be a bit worrying.
Kind of.
The most worrisome part. Sorry,
Kind of
It
because.
wasn't even New York. It was here.
Oh
In
wow.
New York, I always got straight through.
Hmm.
So go figure that one out. Go ahead. Sorry.
Because when I called there one time, they put me on hold. Well, they had me press the number for the or I had to say that what I wanted. I wanted the police. So then after I said police, they're like, "Okay, please hold." Do 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 do
Oh
do
yeah,
do
they're
do do
protected.
do.
Yeah. Virginia sign was for formula distribution. Okay.
And then the cops showed up in 4 minutes, which was good because we had a guy sitting on another guy.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, a guy tried to come into our house. He got
Oh,
kicked
okay.
out, and so this big guy was sitting on.
You got 911 called on you for swimming in a lake. Well, first of all, they should have because that's crazy shit. I'm sorry, but lakes are just big puddles. Nasty.
Well, it depends who owned the lake, I suppose.
Yeah, I would assume it was on private property, or they thought it was private property and they didn't want you there. Probably right. Is
You
that what
ever
happened?
been? You ever been to a harbor where they had a sign that said "Caution raw sewage"? Some of
No.
the ocean places on the ocean are pretty nasty too.
Well,
I did used to
the
work with a girl whose name was Iona Lake.
I'm from New York, and I've seen people swim in the Hudson, so
Gross.
nothing freaks me out anymore. I know, I don't get it. They can practically walk on it certain times. Get it? There's so much garbage. Solid.
Mm.
Get it? Get it? Get it? Get it? Yeah. Okay. So, someone said that their parents just got 911 in 2003. I'm trying to find that because I meant to bring that up before. That's crazy. I thought everybody had that now, and for a long time. Oh, here it is. All right, it's Heather. Wow, at least 2003. Where do they live? In 1920? I don't get it.
Maybe they didn't get a phone until then.
Oh, stop.
Well, it's one answer.
Oh, Luna's here. Look. That's great. Whoever did that, thank you. All right, that's up. Who is it?
Go on, Luna.
Come on, Luna.
$200.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You got it. I need the
I'll
money.
even put on deodorant for you. Oh wait, no, sorry. I mean, I won't put on deodorant for you.
I'll go run a 3K. I don't even know what Ks are. So
That's like 2 miles.
yeah, I was watching Old Hell's Kitchen, and Gordon made two of the chefs. You just pick two out of them, run a 3K. That's fucked up. I'm sorry. If you picked me out of a bunch of people and said run 3K, I can't even get down the end of the block. That girl wanted that shit. You know, I'm shit. You can't just do that to somebody, right?
It depends what contract they sign.
Well, obviously, I mean, because people were getting hurt left and right on that show. Like, well, not as bad as other shows, but one guy broke his ankle. One girl picked up a pan because none of his pans have a goddamn thing that like silicone on the handle. They got to pick him up with a towel. She didn't, and she got third-degree burn on her hand. Stupid.
Mm.
But anyways, just saying, I like the show.
Thanks, Savage.
It's savage. It's savage.
You made me laugh.
I thought it might be.
Somebody's calling. Stop! I'll be right back. Questions? Go.
All right. All right. Well, how's everyone in the chat doing? Oh, Unchained America says, "Oh, so you could commit the crime in front of Chile's transparency officer." Apparently, the transparency officers are going to get bonuses for doing nothing when they see stuff. So,
Well, I thought that was their entire raison d'etre, wasn't it? Just do nothing.
just record and report.
Yeah.
That can be the motto for his transparency force. Record and report.
Well, the thing is, do they actually need to report since it's all being recorded? Or would they have a button they can press that effectively says something interesting happened at this time mark?
Oh, maybe.
Gosh, think of the exhilaration of pressing your button to do that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was having groceries delivered and he couldn't find the apartment. Why do they say they can never see the numbers? They're huge on the side of the building. I don't get it, people. But luckily, I've been doxxed, so I don't give a fuck. Right across the street from me is a building with a huge mural of a cat just sitting there, like staring at you. It's creepy. It's cute. It's creepy cute. It's a cat rescue, so it makes sense. So yeah, it's easy to tell people how to find me because it's like you see the mural of the cat. There you go. I was adjacent to that. I won't say how, but
So you would say you're a kitty corner to it?
oh, you know, I didn't use that term on purpose, but yeah, thank you.
Nicely played, Cliff.
You again? Okay. Very well. Yeah, very well done. So yeah, they bring my groceries. I ran out of pretzels, guys. Sorry. I had to do it. I paid for the 2 hour or less.
I ran out of Jolly Ranchers.
Out of what?
Jolly Ranchers.
Dark candy? You have them there. You have them there. Jolly
Candy?
Rancher. Jolly, like, ha ha ha.
Jolly. Sorry, I thought it said jelly.
No.
Jolly
but I'm
Rancher.
getting Uncrustables. Yeah, bitch. Sorry.
Can't get them in this country.
You can't get Uncrustables there?
Nope.
Oh, Cliff, you suck. You're sad.
We get Pop-Tarts.
That's not the same at all.
It's basically the same thing.
No, it's not. Anybody who's had Uncrustables and Pop-Tarts in the chat, come on. Tell him it's nowhere near the same thing. Uncrustables are soft, billowy pillows of fresh bread with peanut butter and jelly.
And Pop-Tarts are people like
Thank
Madonna.
you. Pop-Tarts are hard. You gotta toast them. And one thing inside. Like, it's no way. I mean, Pop-Tarts are great. Don't get me wrong. I love a Pop-Tart. I like strawberry unfrosted. The frosting gets too sweet for me. And some people I've heard on the unfrosted ones put a little bit of butter on them. That might be nice. What do you think? Anybody?
Yeah. I don't
Let me
know.
go get my stuff because I think I have some.
All right. Oh, Abby says peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
Yuck.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? That's a internet meme, Simon. It's a guy in a dancing in a banana costume,
Naturally.
and he's saying peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
Yes, because that makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense if you think about it.
I was confused until you mentioned the banana, then everything became clear.
Oh, Taipan23 says a Pop-Tart here is a girl who has an old sugar daddy.
Yes.
Tart. Yes.
Yes. That's why I said Pop-Tart is somebody like Madonna. That's probably unkind, but
Pop-Tart. Yeah, I get it. She's a pop musician. She's also a bit of a tart.
Probably best to leave that unsaid. But
yeah. Jason Hyde says the Whiskey War, Canada's longest war, is finally over.
The what?
The Whiskey War. The Whiskey War.
So have they drunk Canada dry then?
Oh, The Whiskey War was a pseudo-confrontation of border conflict between Denmark and Canada over Hans Island.
Thank you, Savage. Yes, I think I've actually seen that episode of Family Guy.
Okay. So, Canadian newspaper The Globe and Mail reported on June 10th, 2022, that the Canadian and Danish governments had settled on a border across the island, dividing it between the Canadian territory of Nunavut and the Danish constituent country of Greenland, to be formally unveiled on June 14th, 2022. Okay.
Sean, no, I don't remember when Madonna was important.
Oh, wait, I don't need for that. You don't need to go in there.
Why were we fighting over this insignificant piece of rock? I really don't get it.
Wait, that's wrong.
Arian Rod, which Dave Allen reference did I make? Or did somebody make? Oh,
Oh, fuck. Come on, bitch. Get in there.
Jason Hyatt says they would each claim it and change the flag, leaving a case of whiskey there.
There.
oh yeah, that is sort of his wits, Arian Rod. I hadn't actually thought of that, but yeah, quite likely.
Get in there, bitch.
Canada Dry, yeah.
At the risk of being very rude and opening myself up for lawsuits, Abby, I would say current age -14.
Ow. Fuck.
I don't know, long time ago.
Ow, ow, ow. Sorry.
Are you fighting with your pretzels?
Yeah, no, my fucking freezer. I don't know about over there or anywhere else, but in Colorado, in Dumbmeyer Apartments, they give you these micro refrigerator freezers. I'm totally in my refrigerator for the first time in my life. Anyways, can't put all my frozen food in there. Because I don't leave meat in the refrigerator unless I'm going to make it within the next day. You know, I don't like leaving it unfrozen.
Right.
You want your meat fresh, you know. Well, fresh out of the freezer.
Fresh frozen.
Chicken. You know,
Gordon Ramsay's.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's favorite, fresh frozen food.
But the chicken, especially, you don't leave it in the refrigerator too many days, right?
Yeah.
2 days at the most. So I had to find a place to. Cause I bought a bunch of frozen Nutrisystem food that I never ate. Maybe once since I can go get it. I realized I didn't need it. And it's not as good as the freeze-dried shit. It's just not. Because, alright, when I was on Nutrisystem for the first time, I was a teenager and obsessed with weight. I gained 10 whole pounds, guys. And my boyfriend had a problem with that. So I went to Nutrisystem. Shut up. I know. It's like, it was ridiculous. That's why he's an ex. Anyway, so they had these freeze-dried burgers. But you kind of, they came, everything was shelf-stable back then. So you took it off the shelf, put it in this little plastic plate, and added hot water. And then waited, and it would plump up. Those are better than the frozen ones.
My head is hurting. Shelf stable.
Shelf stable food, yeah. Everything was shelf.
So you put it on a shelf and it won't fall off.
No, you put it on a shelf, it doesn't go bad.
But if you put it on a table, it does.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to refrigerate it.
You know what?
That food was better than this food. I don't like stuff in the microwave, really, quite frankly. Especially the burger that they have now and the chicken, the meatball parm sandwich, which is basically a burger with red sauce. You put it in a microwave with the bun. Back then, you had the bun separate from the burger. You cut the bun and put the burger on it. Now
Right.
it's already frozen with the burger, and any bread you put, you guys know what it's like. You put bread in the microwave, and if you don't eat it right away when it's burning your mouth, it gets all elastic and not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's why I use a
right.
toaster.
We can't with microwave food.
I use a toaster to thaw out my bread.
Sorry to hear that, Sally. She's just got an emergency broadcast about flash flooding in her area.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
Are you high enough up that you don't have to worry, baby? If not, stop watching this and go somewhere you can see.
Yeah.
Love to have you here, but would love to have you safe more.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, let's stop it. He always does this to me, okay? Let me tell you about my relationship with Nana. As I've told you all before, he's one of my oldest friends here.
Young ears warning.
No. But I will be sitting here, just sitting here, minding my own business, working, whatever, any random night, especially a nice night. And all of a sudden I'll get a DM from Nana. So I pop it open, and there's a picture of a grill with steak on it, or burgers, or a completely made up Thanksgiving meal on a plate or something. It's like torture. He loves to do it. Loves to do it. He loves to cook and then show me that he has.
Well, I'm having
Knowing
tacos.
I don't have anything like that. You have what?
I'm having tacos tonight.
Are you making them?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. See, I don't ever cook for myself. Yeah, right.
Usually
Are you
beef.
doing it just by yourself or with some of the other roommates?
Oh, just by myself.
Oh, okay. See, that's good. I don't do that enough, I'm going to make pasta primavera, though, probably Tuesday. If you don't know what that is, Simon, it's rotini pasta, the little spirals.
It's
Right?
what past. Okay.
The little spirals that
Yep.
are the multicolor ones, the zucchini
Multicolour what?
flavored. Yeah, they're zucchini, carrot, and regular. So they're green, orange, and regular.
Wait. Yeah.
I may or may not have seen those. I don't
They're
recall.
usually called garden rotini or garden
Pass.
spirals. Alright, whatever.
They look like DNA.
They're little spirals, and
Okay.
so there's that pasta, and then you put broccoli in it. You steam the broccoli, put it in, or whatever you want. Cube up some cheddar cheese, sharp for me. You cut up some black olives. Some people put chichi beans in it. Garbanzo beans, yeah. I don't like them. And then the sauce, the right sauce to put on it, because a lot of people put like Italian dressing or something on it. The right dressing for it is olion, which is like garlic and olive oil. You saute it.
Sorry.
What?
Sorry, I was just laughing at Real Nightmare's comment. She's craving penne alla vodka.
Oh, nice. My dad loved that. Loved it. But it'd be nice if you were actually listening to the person talk to you. That's okay, though. That's okay. Really, it's okay. Anyhow, I got my pretzels now, so I'm happier.
There you go.
Oh, I got pictures of GMs. All right, so now everybody is sending me pictures of their food. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. Love you
I
too much.
did send you links to at least one of the restaurant or coffee shops I frequent, didn't I, Angie, a while back?
Yeah. Wait a minute. What Savage? What is that? It looks like frosted. I don't even know what it looks like. It's like white ground beef. I don't get it. I don't understand what you're showing me.
He said he made SOS, whatever the hell that is.
Shot a shingle. Okay.
Sorry?
Cream chip beef on toast. This looks beautiful. Is this a lamb chop or what? I'll geek, Josh. Are those potatoes? No potatoes. Anyway, I can get a potato, I'll eat it. Oh shit! What did I miss? Dr. David Fraud Troll on Vegas Valley. Vegas Valley got owned the other night, guys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Owned. Like a motherfucking bitch he is. He tried to
And he
go
rage quit.
Yeah, he tried to go on some nobody stream and act hard. I'm from the West Coast. Can't you see I'm in Vegas? On a green screen. He had a green screen. See,
Yeah.
I'm in Vegas. Can't you tell I'm in Vegas? You have a green screen, motherfucker. You could be on the moon if you
Yeah.
want. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous how hard this guy thinks he is. He goes, nobody goes out and clowns cops like I do. That's a proud thing? What? You know, like, this guy is retarded. I think he's functionally retarded. He's ridiculous. He's every 80s B movie gangster ever.
Yeah, he's also Dr. Day's buddy.
He thinks James Freeman is a bitch. He's going after James Freeman, and he's in love with Chili DeCastro.
Yeah,
Love him.
he's like, why is everyone being so hard on Chili?
I know why. Because he's marketable, man. He's marketable. Shut up. No, he's not.
He's not an auditor. He's a game changer.
Yeah, Chili's a game changer, man. Oh, shut up. Shut up and sit in the back seat where you belong. You're stupid. You look like a fool. You're making yourself a fool. You're totally you're sipping for Chili, and who's the other one he's in love with?
Well, Dr. Dave.
Dr. Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so if he's a game changer, I think the game he's changing it to is one of cops and robbers.
More like checkers. He thinks he's playing chess, but he's playing checkers. He's like, he's still in the elementary schoolyard. He hasn't gotten to our level yet, you know, and he never will be. There's nothing. Just people being stupid. He's the opposite. Yeah, of course he is. You know, he thinks he's doing something. He's not. Yeah, a cowardly one. Exactly, Ronan. They're all cowards, though. Think about it.
Taipan says that's what happens when you follow an alpha. Yeah, he's
a beta. He's a beta. They're all betas, though.
I mean, yeah.
He's a narcissistic grifter. Yes, man, he is.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen that Super Necessary Human skit he was doing?
God. I can only assume that was a paid gig that he had.
What?
The Super Necessary Human thing with Chili. He's doing a skit where he's talking about diets and fasting and stuff. And he's got a giant hammer and a superhero costume on.
I did not know.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Make sure you don't need to go to the toilet before you watch it. Otherwise, you will have an accident.
Really? Oh,
it's unbelievable.
You want to watch one of them?
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
I think I've seen 3 of them, but 2 were the same, except one of them didn't have some of the overtexts.
Wait a minute. Josh outed him on Maxwell report for carrying an unregistered gun while not licensed. Oh, well, they all do. Wait a minute.
It's not the Greek letter, AMG.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I know that. Wait, what's this now?
See this? This is Super Necessary Human.
Okay.
Great. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
What the fuck is this?
He's beating up sugar. He's literally beating up sugar. That guy, the clown guy, is supposed to represent sugar.
Why?
Because he's a superhero that punishes bad food. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, wait a minute.
This one is bizarre, but the
who's
other
the black
ones
guy?
I think are worse.
Who's the black guy supposed to be?
No clue.
Okay. Can you play another one so I can see what the fuck else? Oh, there's more to this one. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Now that, I hate to say, I actually like. Him putting that sugar diabetes kick me thing on the back, I think is actually quite fun. It's actually quite
nice. Yeah.
But the rest of it is just absolutely... See, that is bizarre. The other ones are just... Well, I think they're worse in many respects.
First of all, I don't rip off much. The whole Thor's hammer thing, too. Super long Thor's hammer. Why is his handle so long, guys?
Because he's a short horse. It's a normal size hammer, but he's just short.
No, I think he's,
overcompensating.
Yeah. I just they liken sugar to something they slip in your drink at a club. That's what the guy was doing. He's in a disco type outfit. He's putting it in her drink. That's kind of.
I don't actually think it was that. I think it was literally sugar bad, and he was giving extra sugar.
I know. I'm just saying the way they did it, the way they were representing it was stupid.
Yeah.
Weird, and the ultra violence. Who are they trying to play that to?
I don't know.
Are parents going to play this with their kids? I don't think so.
Do you want to watch one where he just talks about fasting and stuff?
This is,
Is this one of the bad ones?
Prepare it. If you haven't seen it, everybody needs to see this at least once.
Wide screen it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. But pause when.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Super Necessary Human, and I'm here to help you. With the assistance of my sidekick, Junior Super Necessary, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about intermittent fasting and ketosis in 1 minute. Keto is a fat-based nutritional system, meaning that 80 to 90% of your calories should come from fat. For your
Yeah.
That's like totally opposite of so much studies. I thought like protein was supposed to be big. Carbs low. I know I've heard of ketosis, I heard of people using it. It's just to say it that way, just weird. Go ahead.
Ketogenic state. Your body cannot enter a ketogenic state if you're intaking more than 20 or 30 grams of carbohydrates at a time. This will include any fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables bad, people.
On your vegetables, if they have a lot of carbohydrates in them, you can't go extra on your fruits either. Animal fats are the most complete nutrient on earth. Just keep that in mind, okay? My keto meals are mostly salads with oils, cheese, and nuts with a small sprinkle of protein on top. And I'm standing here explaining these things to you because it's super necessary.
Go away. Just go away. Oh my God.
Yeah.
First of all, if he's that fit, why isn't he getting in the ring? That's all I'm going to say about that.
It's over Irish.
Yeah, he's a fathead of. I don't get it, guys. I don't.
But having seen them myself, I do really think that everybody should see them at least once, just for the absolute hilarious ridiculousness of them.
What? No, it didn't. It had to have been a joke, Nana. I don't get it.
I get the impression, I don't know why, but I think that was a paid gig. Somebody actually wanted that as an advertising something. I don't know why or what have you, but
We'll
Yeah,
get a
I
guy
know.
that looks fit.
Dudes. Can I ask where did he get super necessary human from?
it's part of the gig. That was the name of, well, I'm assuming that was the name of the role that he plays. I mean, like in this
Did
country,
he come
Dave,
up with that?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so because it's a separate YouTube channel that
Yeah,
it's
I
on.
mean, in this country, Dave Prowse played the Green Cross Man who taught children how to cross the road safely. I mean, it was a character in a suit that he played. Like De Castro played Super Necessary Human, I think, as a paid gig.
You really think that was a paid gig?
I think
think
that was a paid gig, or it was a trailer for a paid gig, or something along those
It
lines.
might have been part of his reels, like actors putting
I
them together to
don't
get
know,
jobs.
but
First of all, whoever came up with the name Super Necessary Human is ridiculous. They
Yes.
don't know marketing.
yes, and you just got to love Junior Super Necessary as well.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
And he wasn't
excuse
even
me.
junior. He was as old as him.
Yes, let me think of this name whilst my imagination is out to lunch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of the demo. That's what I was thinking. Whatever it was, it's bad. It's below low budget, by the way. The suit was the best thing about it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean on him. I just mean it was well done. Whoever made that suit knew what they were doing. It was a $20,000. Are you telling me like that suit literally? How did it cost $20,000? Somebody tell me. Anastino, explain yourself. You keep saying $20K. What do you mean? Because that suit would cost anybody, not even Marvel, $20K, unless there's 20,000 of them.
Yeah.
Because that's not an expensive thing to make. Couldn't afford Mrs. Necessary. That's funny. I don't get it. Is there another one? I need to see more.
There's one where he's being interviewed as Super Necessary Human.
Is that the only one?
There is another one very much like that second one where he goes into the, if you don't eat for 16 hours, that's a 16-hour fast. And
I know.
it does.
That makes sense, though. Obviously.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it has captions that echo that. And there's another version of that doesn't have the captions. But yeah, it's...
Obviously, if you don't eat for 16 hours, it's 16-hour fast, whether you mean to fast or not.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yes, and he does stupid things like, so this means if you have your last meal at 8 o'clock and then don't eat again until some other time, that's 16 hours of fasting. And it's sort of, well, yeah, I can do maths.
Uh,
I mean, I fast for at least 8 hours every single day. It's called sleep.
Sleep, yeah. So let's see. Yeah.
All right. You want to watch another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Irish.
Sorry, babe.
Look away now.
Look away. We'll wave when you can turn the volume back on.
Yeah, I'll wave, okay?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. The design is so
Hello,
derivative
ladies
and
and gentlemen. I'm
stupid.
Super Necessary Human, and I'm here.
Wait a minute. Rewind. What did he say?
So,
Hello, lazy what?
Super necessary.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Super
Oh, okay.
ladies and gentlemen, yeah.
I thought you said lazy something. Okay, but go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Necessary Human, and I'm here to help you. With the assistance of my sidekick, Junior Super Necessary, I'm going to
That's
teach you
stupid.
everything you need to know about
same
intermittent
one.
fasting and ketosis in 1 minute.
Same one, sir.
If you do not
No.
balance your probiotics and prebiotics
No,
during keto,
it's different.
you will go to the bathroom and it will be
Oh.
liquid. There's no nice way to say it. It's not
Ew.
and you're going to regret it. When you properly incorporate pros and pres into a ketogenic diet, you're going to find happiness. Think of prebiotics as the soil and probiotics as the culture that grows the bacteria out of the soil. There are over 39 trillion kinds of bacteria that live in your gut that sprout from the mixture of probiotics and prebiotics. And they sprout in your stomach, which is really interesting.
Ew.
Bacteria in your stomach form every aspect of your humanity, from your mood, your attitude, your stamina, your sex drive. If you're having a bad day, it's probably because you didn't mix your probiotics and prebiotics the night before. A teaspoon of flaxseed meal with 1 ounce of kombucha. You want to be careful with kombucha because it does have a little bit of sugar in it. When it comes to kombucha, I like
And
to
alcohol.
Dave's because he actually commercialized kombucha in 1995. I want to stick with the original, and to me, everybody else is second best. Another pro and prebiotic mix I do is I'll do a chunk of apple, a chunk of super green banana, and then 1 ounce of kefir milk. I use Lifeway kefir milk. I also like to use Trader Joe's milk because it has the least amount of sugar and it's made out of
Is this
goat.
an ad?
I'm standing.
Is this an ad for those brands? What the fuck?
No.
If you're not getting paid for that, dude, you're stupid.
Yeah, I suspect he was hoping he might, but
It's stupid. First of all, he doesn't know about kombucha, I guess. He doesn't really know about it because there's alcohol in it as well because it's fermented. It's not a lot, but if you don't do it right, it's also dangerous. Because you're using, it's gross. To make it yourself is gross because you have this blob that you put in the green tea. That's the bacteria. It's a living mass of bacteria. It's so gross. It's called a SCOBY. It's like a living thing. And if you don't feed it right, it will start dying and make you sick, and you could die even. It's dangerous if you don't do it right. So don't just think you can buy a SCOBY. And don't just buy a SCOBY off of anybody. Like, this guy's not giving the important information. Just saying. Sorry.
Standing here explaining these things to you because of your health is super necessary.
No, it's not. You can't give any of the super necessary information, you idiot. He needs a crunchy woman. Or man. I don't want to presume. He's crunchy, that's all he is, basically. He's crunchy. He's a granola eater. Alright, one more, because this is stupid funny to me. Does anybody else, like, come on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Super Necessary Human, and I'm here to help you. What is dirty fasting? Dirty fasting is
What?
consume calories, artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, soda, milk, cream, anything that has calories or causes an insulin spike is dirty fasting.
so hang on.
Definition.
Anything that's got calories? You mean food?
Food.
Yeah.
So I think he means while you're supposed to be fasting. If you
So,
eat, it's dirty. You're not playing. I don't know.
well, if you eat when you're fasting, you're not fasting.
Mhm.
Yes. Sorry, isn't
So you
that
can't even
friggin'
call it
obvious?
fasting. You can't call it fasting if you're eating while you're doing it. That's not
Yeah.
fasting. You're right.
Yeah.
So don't call it fasting of any kind. Not dirty, not clean.
What is cheating would be a better question.
Right. That's what it should be called, cheating, or just not fasting. What do you call eating? And taking calories. There you go. There we go.
Yeah. Instead
There
of
you
keto, it's Cheeto.
Of fasting is when the pancreas doesn't have to release insulin to deal with the glucose in the blood. So if you take in some foods that don't cause an insulin response, it could still be considered dirty fasting while technically your body is still in its fasted state. Personally, I'm against dirty fasting because it pushes back autophagy and HGH, which are the two things that I want the most to happen.
Yeah, we know you want HGH.
Fasting. You don't need that diet soda or that cream in your coffee. A lot of people are very satisfied with dirty fasting because they're still losing body weight. But I'm into intermittent fasting because of the cellular repair that's done to my brain and to my body.
Not enough, dude. Not enough.
So a lot
Still
of
waiting for that, is he?
fasting by dirty fasting. And the truth is, you don't need that diet soda. You don't need that cream in your coffee. And you're going to be much hungrier during those fasts because those calories kick in the hunger hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin is what makes you feel hungry at night. And I'm standing here explaining these things to you because it's super necessary.
Okay.
All right.
Just saying that at the end does not make the necessary work. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
What
course.
is his definition of autophagy?
Yeah, you can't repair something that's not there. You're right.
Everyone knows Chili's girlfriend, of course, Anna Bullock.
Oh, shut up.
That's a load
Yeah.
of bollocks.
That's his real secret to health.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots it up in his butt.
Coffee creamer is dirty fasting because there's calories in it. That's what he's saying. Anything with a calorie in it, even one,
Yeah.
or sugars. Because I think he's talking about the reason that a chef gives you a moose boost. It wakes up your hunger. Like I could be not hungry, but if I take one bite of a good food, it's like, okay, now it wakes up that hunger in you. That's what a moose boost is designed for. It's a one bite hunger wake up call.
Okay.
They're good. They're cool. Like, because you have one bite to make somebody interested in eating. What are you going to give them? You want it to be packed with flavor. Thanks. SN definitely stands for super nut. Huh?
Super necessary.
Sure.
American B. Savage says, so why was this douche canoe trying to get Starbucks? The trend went to his brain?
No.
What's a trend?
It was probably just a misspelling or mistype.
Yeah.
I think it's that hunger thing, hormone or chemical.
Yeah, intermittent fasting for a diabetic can be good or bad. You gotta talk to your doctor. Don't take anything from chili.
Really?
Please,
You're saying
advice from chili.
You're saying not to take medical advice from Chili de Castro?
And Little Nut, whatever his name was, is stupid. It's the same thing over and over again. Like could they not pay him to do each video? Because it's the same as the first video. They just cut it back in.
Yeah. I know, though. The Super Necessary Junior there did absolutely nothing.
Junior super necessary, please get
What
the name right.
What are you talking about SC and Trump for? Yeah, no, he didn't like Trump. He didn't vote for. He didn't say who he voted for, but he didn't vote for Trump. Say. Wait, what did you say?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, wait till he's governor. He's gonna just make everybody intermittent fast.
Well, the thing is, he claims his actual address is California. So how can he try and run for something in Ohio?
Really?
That's what they call carpet bagging.
Yeah. But wait a minute. Why does he say he lives in LA or California? Is that on his IMDb or something?
In one of his recent videos, I forget which one. It might have been the one when he went to the Memorial Day parade.
Yeah, that was the one.
A cop asks him, and he says, "Well, my actual address is in California."
Oh, he's probably just trying to get around things. He's a liar. Because everybody knows he lives in Ohio. Either that or he's trying to look cool because, I'm an actor.
Yeah. I have been in an episode of Crossing Jordan 15 years ago.
Yes, Jason, he's in all states, including the state of delusion.
Mm.
You need to be a resident for 7 years? Yeah. I'm sure the voting committee will check into it. The elections committee. But it seems like all frauditors are fluid in their addresses and their inhabitants. Their inhabitants fluid. Get it? Like gender fluid, inhabitant fluid.
I suspect, Jason, the only California bar exam that he's going to get is serving drinks.
Oh, really? He did? That could be problematic for his run for governor, then. Down by the river. Down by the river. It is down by the river. Okay. So, we got so far off topic of why we're here today.
Wasn't there going to be a game involved?
There's supposed to be a game involved. That was an hour and a half ago. So, fuck it. We'll do it this week if we come back.
All right.
Unless you want to play something quick now. He wouldn't survive the bar exam in Scotland. You guys have the bar too? I didn't know that. Oh, the bar exam. I get it. Silly me. Silly me. There goes AMG again. A few minutes behind.
That would be round 2 of the whiskey wars, I suspect, Alan.
Oh, okay. But
in fact, his file is probably taller than he is.
How short is he?
5'7".
Oh, he's a little one. Okay.
Yeah.
For a man.
I mean,
I believe the average is about 5'8.5".
5'9".
Don't get me wrong, guys. I dated a guy that was 5'6", so it's okay. I'm just saying, for a man, that's short.
In North America, it's 5'9" is the average for a man.
Is that round or high?
Ohio only requires 30 days of residency? Oh. Wow. We're Ohio. That's stupid. That is dumb. Why would they let somebody be governor of their state that's only been there 30 days? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that's silly to me. Because you want somebody who has a stake in the game, a dog in the fight.
Yeah.
Has roots there.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Hillary moved to New York and ran for Senate. It's like,
Don't remind us. I can look down. So, Tyler said, so I can look down on him. I'm 6'1". I can look down on him. Oh, I'm 5'10". I can look down on the bitch.
I think you can look down on me as well, AMG.
How tall are you?
I don't know.
Yeah, but what you lack in stature, you make up for in personality. Oh, that was beautiful. Isn't that? That was such a sweet thing to say. If I do say so myself.
Oh.
Thank you, AMG. I think I want to hug you.
It's the truth. It's the truth. I love you no matter how tall you are. You thought it would be longer too? What? Oh.
Sorry, Charlie.
Sorry.
No politics here.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, we don't do that here. I just answered the thing before because I happen to know. Would you stay there and out of jail for that? Yeah, right? Has he how long of a criminal record does he have? Anybody?
How long of a critical record can he get?
Does he have?
What does he have?
He has got, if I remember correctly, stalking, harassing, disorderly conduct, sale and production of controlled substances. I think there's a domestic violence one in there as well.
I did not.
Yeah, there's a GHB charge.
Yeah, that's the sale and manufacture of controlled substance one.
Sorry. I did not date a guy in a belly shirt and Daisy Dukes. Please stop saying that.
Now, is this AMG in the belly shirt and Daisy Dukes, or the
No,
dude?
he was. He's saying he was, and he wasn't. He wore a half shirt. A lot of guys did back then, but he had jeans on. Too skinny for a half shirt. I don't like half shirts on men. I know. They're stupid. I mean, even like a big guy, a muscle guy in it. Like I don't even like muscle shirts. They're just so obvious, you know. It's like a woman wearing a low cut shirt, like super low cut. Isn't that too obvious to be attractive? Wait, shit, forget it. Sorry, I said that.
So you're sending my mind back to a high school disco that I didn't attend, and apparently one of my schoolmates, I forget her name, she went in. Her top was a string vest.
Oh, we had a girl called Five Finger Francie, who would like, especially on Halloween, would come in like lingerie to school. Those girls, we all know one of those girls. At least had one in our high school, right? Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we had one quite that far, but yeah, there were a couple
The string vest is pretty bad.
That was only for one sort of social event.
Yeah, so
It wasn't It wasn't her normal attire.
Yeah, neither was the lingerie, but still, she was a slut. I can say that. Wait a minute. What mod is talking politics? And what are you talking about?
I must admit, Charlie, I haven't seen
anybody
go anywhere near politics.
Yeah.
Never talk about politics, religion, or who has the best beard. Or beard. You know, because
Beard.
Guys get weird about their beards. Just saying.
So I figure because it's no shave November, what I'm gonna do, and because it's gonna be winter at that point, and beard won't be as itchy, I will grow a beard in November.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, stick around, people. He's gonna grow a beard in November.
If you guys want to donate to charity because of it, hey, go ahead.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think in this country we have Movember, where you're supposed to grow a moustache.
Oh, okay. Isn't it no nut November though?
That's another thing altogether.
Yeah, no nut November. You ever hear that over there in England?
No.
You're not supposed to get off for the whole month.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. That's just stupid. Who started that and why? The Catholic Church? Right?
Well, no, because they're all for procreation, aren't they? As long as it's in the bounds of wedlock.
Well, yeah, but would you consider that nutting? I hate that word.
What?
Procreation.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm saying, would you consider procreation? Because I believe the no nut thing is for recreation, not procreation. So
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't. Can we? I'm sorry I brought it up. But can we just? So sorry I brought it up. So Hello Baby has the best beard. All right. Are you using the word in a different way? Savage believes he does. I'm sure. See? Told you.
You are a procurer of the best cookies, Savage.
3 hairs doesn't make a beard, Cliff! Oh shit! You say it's Savage. No, but you know, I wouldn't mind the G.
I can grow a pretty good beard there, Thomas.
I'm sure you can. Any beer with an AV. What?
Alcohol by volume.
Oh, thank you. What does Budweiser have? That's like the American beer, right?
As I understand it, American beer is generally fairly weak.
She is using it in a different way. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So Stephen Alley isn't here, so yeah.
Stephen what? Huh?
Stephen Alley isn't here, Charlie girl, so we don't need to talk about it.
What? I'm so confused.
Because
Really?
her and Stephen
I don't
Alley.
even understand what that means. What does that mean? Let's go, Brandon. Can somebody explain that to me? I don't even know.
I asked a while back about this, and apparently it's a
Who is he?
Joe Biden's son. It's a reference or something. I
It's
believe.
code. It's code for fuck Joe Biden, basically.
And it's his son? I don't get that.
That's what I was told, but I don't know American. I don't know UK politics. So I don't know, but
It's
no,
Get Out Biden? I don't understand. Who's Brandon? And why is his son being used against him? I don't understand, guys. See, I don't get into this whole bullshit Twitter world stuff. I talk on Twitter to people in language, like not code.
Right.
What is not code? It's not code. I don't speak in code.
Yeah.
Of course.
Who the hell's Johnny Lawrence?
I don't know. See, people are saying people I don't know. I don't get it.
Johnny Lawrence will sweep your leg if you don't respect Coors Banquet.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, now explain who Johnny Lawrence is, since you
Can you
obviously
send
are
Abby?
in the mood.
No, Abby will come on. Can you send her a link, babe? Abby?
Okay.
She's a tiger.
Yeah.
Pulling tigers. Hey, wait. Here's something. Fuck you. Let's go, Brandon. Who remembered what? Keith Stone. Who's Keith Stone? I remember Keith from the Rolling Stones. Get it?
I was about to say, isn't he sort of Rolling Stones?
And I remember Joey Lawrence. You get it? Okay, get it. Hey, Abby.
Hello.
How you doing, baby?
Hang on, guys. Sorry for all the background noise. I've got fans going. I've got TV going. Let me turn it down. The 2-year-old might scream for a second, but
We'll survive.
yeah, you got to turn down Paw Patrol every once in a while.
Yeah. So.
It was a NASCAR event that Joe Biden went to.
Oh.
And during that interview portion, some reporter was talking to him, and the audience at the NASCAR event was saying, fuck Joe Biden. And he could not understand them because it's an outdoor area.
Yeah.
I don't remember which track
Hard to
it was.
understand sometimes, yeah.
And he thought they were saying, let's go Brandon, talking about a certain driver.
Oh,
and he
neat.
jumped in there and goes, yeah, let's go Brandon. So as Cliff or Simon, I don't remember who referenced it, said it's been an undercover thing of fuck Joe Biden.
Right, well, Savage is saying he wasn't there.
Oh.
He was saying, somebody's saying it was the guy being interviewed was the driver, Brandon something. So, all right, wait, here we go. Brandon Brown is a NASCAR driver who won a race. The crowd was chanting, fuck Joe Biden during the interview, like you said, and the reporter said it was let's go Brandon. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got it all
together. No, you got most of it right. You just had the person being interviewed wrong. Okay.
I could have sworn I saw it. It was him being interviewed, by Biden being interviewed. But
they do. I've heard it being chanted when he is being interviewed, so that's probably what people say it. People are mean. It's like, oh, he's the president. We can't hurt his feelings, or who cares if we do? No, he's still human. I wouldn't even do that to Trump, and I hated him. I still do.
It's crazy. Savage got it better than me. I apologize.
We appreciate it, babe, and I love your avatar.
I know. The flamingos get everybody.
It's very pink.
Oh, trust me, I've got flamingos. I'm wearing flamingos right now, even though it's a Christmas night shirt. It says "fa la 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 flamingo."
This is really weird. I can see your avatar via
Mhm.
the web,
But
normal
not
looking
on
thing, but I
StreamYard.
can't see it in StreamYard. Yeah,
Yeah, that happens sometimes. It
yeah.
does. It does.
Oh,
We've
yeah,
had
I've
that
seen
with
it
you
before.
too.
People go on panel and it's a white dot.
Yeah.
So,
It's just the connection was broken. That's all. My air conditioner's not doing its job. What's going on? God, sorry. I'm hot, guys. I don't like it.
yeah, there and then the Bush series. Well, what we used to know is the Bush series of NASCAR. Yes, I am a follower. Uh, they do have a car that has the slogan on there, Charlie Girl. So you are correct, and there is merchandise and all that. So
What? Let's go,
it's
Brandon.
crazy. For Let's Go Brandon. Yeah,
That's terrible.
I'm just sitting here going, move on, people. Come on.
Well, I gotta say though, when Trump was elected, and this is not getting political, okay? Not getting
Yeah,
political. When
yeah,
Trump was elected and people were devastated, all the people who supported Trump was like, "Oh, guys, get over it," blah blah blah, and making fun of the people who were upset. Then when
right.
Trump lost and they were on the other side, we're not allowed to say that now, or people are not allowed to say that now. Don't be a hypocrite. I'm not getting political.
Exactly.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Exactly my thing. I mean, come on. It's crazy. Ugh. And I've got friends on both sides of the aisle. Don't matter to me. We'll have intellectual conversations. And that's the thing. You don't get serious with it. You just, it's give and take on a conversation. You listen, you interject, you correct, you look up, you research, you do whatever.
Something's wrong with that. Oh shit! Oh god. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Sorry, that was the 2-year-old.
It's okay. Bye, hon. Wow. Oh, this is why I didn't have kids. Ouch. That scares me. Why do kids do that all out of nowhere?
Because they can.
Oh, that's piercing. Yeah, but that sounds like she got a finger cut off or something. That would scare me. Parents are amazing. Parents are amazing people. They can deal with these things that I can't deal with. Screaming for one, for no reason. Like being an adult, you scream when you need to, right? I don't know. Kids freak me out a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have siblings, so I was never around them, so forgive me for being ignorant about kids. But, we all have something we're not experts on. So, anyhow. What?
Apparently, that's what he does when he sees a dinosaur on TV.
Who? The 2-year-old?
Abby's child, yes.
Really? That's adorable. Just saying, that's adorable. There's a dinosaur! Ah! Even Barney? I hated Barney. I would scream if I saw Barney. I hate Barney. That was some stupid dino. Didn't even look like a dinosaur. It looked like just a mascot with a goiter head. I don't know. Anyhow, what are we saying about me dating Nero? Moving on.
Nero.
He was not one of the better ones. Can you just say Caesar, maybe? Caesar would be cool. But Nero? Come on. It's like saying Caligula or something. Come on. Don't be
Nero was the guy that was fiddling while Rome was burning.
I know. So insulting.
So, mythically, yes.
He was actually fiddling. He just wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
But and Caligula was just a sick motherfucker.
Yes.
Can we say Caesar or somebody like that?
When you say Caesar, which one? Because Caesar was a title.
Julius.
Name.
I know. Julius Caesar. Gaius Julius Caesar. How's that? Is that better?
Yes. Yep.
Thank you. So ridiculous.
I have to say, he writes quite well. I've read Conquest of Gaul and the Civil War, and translated, of course.
Yeah.
They're very interesting books, and I am informed from what I've read and stuff, he wrote a very good, clear, lucid Latin.
Well, I mean, from all reports, he was great conversationalist, host.
Yeah.
He was personable. I mean, there's a reason he was so well loved, and he took
Yeah.
care of his people. So,
Yes.
and back
And-
then, if you were in charge of an army, you rode with them. You didn't
Yeah.
order them to go fight, and you stayed safe. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was a different thing. Up
He-
until recent history, the people in charge rode with their men.
Yes.
Now is when, like the last couple decades, really, is when, the bigwigs stayed safe.
If I remember correctly, Caesar
century.
also had the habit of calling out normal troops for conspicuous gallantry as well, which
Oh, yeah.
endeared him quite a lot.
Oh yeah, like while other dictators, people in charge would do the decimation thing, he went the other way.
Decimation.
No, Brian.
Yeah, it's fair.
Nemo was the submarine commander of 3,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Kill every 10th man. That was the fair
Decimation.
thing to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10% or 10%.
Yep.
And he did the opposite way. He held them up and gave them, that he would promote them or he'd give them rewards. And his people never went hungry. And when I say people, I meant the people of Rome in general, not just his men. His men were taken care of very well, but then the people of Rome also.
See, in North Korea, the only people that get to eat are the troops and the high ups in the Communist
Even the
Party.
rich people don't have it well, and like the super rich, the 1% in North Korea don't even have it well. They don't even have electricity 24/7.
Yeah, they can't buy everything because there's just no market.
Nothing there, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and the poor people eat grass. They don't have meat. They don't have a lot.
They don't have bread even.
Yeah, they eat grass.
Yeah.
I don't understand why haven't we taken him out? Why haven't we installed a better government for these people? I hate to think of people living like that. Anywhere.
I'm not a great fan of anybody going anywhere and installing a government.
Neither am
for
I,
other
but
people.
when they're evil, come on.
Even then, it's
It's a slippery slope. I agree.
and unless they do something like invade another country, or there is positive acclaim by the populace saying, "Come and help us," I think people should stay
But
the
they
fuck out of
could.
other countries' business.
The people don't know to say, "Come help us." You know that in North Korea, they don't know to say it. They've been brainwashed, indoctrinated, whatever you want to call it, since birth, to think their dictator is not just the greatest guy; he's the supreme being to them. It's ridiculous. He invented the hamburger to them. They can't eat one, never had one, but he invented it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
The
People should
slightest
not be
side.
forced to live under those conditions. If we
There's a
see
slight-
people being, come on, they don't eat right, even. They don't have anything. It hurts to know that we have it so well here. Even the poorest of us can get help here. There are food banks, is what I mean. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
They can. I don't know. It's a very slippery slope here. You're absolutely right. But there's got to be something we can do. Right?
Just make sure he doesn't do anything stupid like throw a missile actually at somebody would be the best thing.
We can't even guarantee that anymore. He's testing them.
Yeah, he's a crazy bastard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answers, guys, but I have so many questions.
Yeah. Anyway, sort of changing the subject slightly.
I know,
Damien.
I know. Going back. Sorry.
Damien. Sort of, he's referenced Helen of Troy. Did you know that somebody tries to institute a definition or a classification of beauty called the Millie Helen?
Hell wasn't even pretty by historical record. Oh, that's sweet. But I know that Cleopatra is said to have been ugly, quite frankly, but she was seductive in her personality and she's really smart. That's
Okay,
how she was
hands up in chat. Anybody who understands this reference as regards to Cleopatra, and AMG mentioned she wasn't that attractive, but she has a very cute nose.
I don't know.
Now, does anybody know where that comes from?
The best thing they could say about her?
From the Asterix books, when they go to Egypt, I forget which one it is. There's a running joke through it that whenever Cleopatra gets mentioned, somebody says yes, but she's got a very cute nose.
She had a large one, they're saying. She was Greek and very, 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 very smart, yes. But Helen was average at best. Is what they're saying now, the historians. But then again, there are some historians who say that Julius Caesar had a misshapen head. So
yes, right, Ivanka.
You know all those European royals who were inbreeding, you know, they had the Jay Leno chin.
Really?
Yeah, there was a common thing, deformity for them to have the big chin that jutted out. In all of Western Europe, pretty much, because there was so much inbreeding within the royal families there.
Really? I think Queen Elizabeth is quite pretty. Just saying.
Well, it's less so now because they tend to marry.
They're not inbreeding,
they're not inbreeding like they were back then.
They're marrying cousins and shit.
It's a common thing for people to marry first cousins. And just to let you know something about me, my mom's parents were first cousins, and they were in England, which is common there.
Yeah, because they wanted the nobility to keep being noble.
Yeah.
Not to marry into it. God forbid. That's why they didn't like Diana. She wasn't on their level.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. We
Damien, I would laugh at that as well.
What? Where? Don't just answer things. You gotta tell us everybody so people know what you're talking about.
He's referring to, calling back to Sally, saying, I always laugh when I see a Smeg, fridge, or appliance.
I love them. They're so retro. Why? Why do you laugh? Tell me.
One, Smeg was used as a sort of curse word or oath in Red Dwarf, and it's also certainly in the UK often used as an abbreviation of the word smegma.
Oh, okay, forget it. Stop. Don't.
Okay.
None of the misshapen fuckers are Spartans? Yes, they are. Why do you say Spartans weren't misshapen? They were. Did you not see 300? Remember that guy? What was that guy? Remember that guy? The misshapen guy that they didn't want, and he went over to the Persian side? He was misshapen. Right? Remember?
I never saw the movie 300, so.
Wow.
I think I watched it, and it was awful.
I heard a joke the guy made. He's like, yeah, 300, that's how gay the movie was on a scale of 1 to 10.
It was pretty gay.
Ouch.
It was. But, that it was hysterical to me that Marcel of Family Beset used 300 backgrounds and said he was going to fight like the guys in Sparta, when that movie has a decidedly sad, bad ending for the guys in Sparta. They all die.
No,
They all died.
299.
One. That's pretty much all.
Yeah.
Okay, and he didn't walk away whole either. He had no eye, and I think an arm was left. In the movie, I don't know if like real life, but okay, that's ridiculous. Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, Savage and Cliff. Thank you.
Now, who knows why they had a triangle on their shields?
Because they couldn't do a perfect circle.
Good answer, but no.
No. Okay.
Anybody in chat?
Please don't. It's so scaring me.
It was the Greek. It's the Greek letter
Lambda?
L. L.
Yay!
Yes. And do you know why it was an L?
Give me a second. I'll figure it out.
Lambda?
Brotherhood? No?
Because they called themselves the Lacedaemonians.
Okay! What the fuck is that?
That's what the Spartans called themselves.
What's the lack of... What is it? A who? Say it again.
Spelling it. Lacedaemonian.
Oh, like from... Lacedonia. Is that what you're saying?
No, not Macedonian, because that was Alexander.
I said la.
Right. Yeah, Lacedaemonian.
Oh, I want to open these packages I just got. Why did I come here without opening? Keep going. Keep talking.
Yeah, that's right.
I
Sorry,
got
yeah,
two packages.
actually try and go. Yeah.
Lambda, yeah, that's exactly it.
It's
Schrodinger.
actually an inverted V, not a triangle. Sorry.
Like the Half-Life symbol.
Why is there no
What?
opening to this box?
The video game Half-Life has a lambda as their logo.
Oh, okay.
How does this box? Oh, here. It's very hard to open.
Bye, Joshua.
Bye, Joshua.
Why are you leaving? Me?
He's got family coming over.
Oh, okay. That's great. Sorry. So sorry.
Yes.
What is this? And it's out. I have no idea what this is. I ordered it? Oh, good.
Yes, Savage. I corrected myself. It's an inverted V. Like.
I have the smartest people in my chat. You can't say.
Yeah, the triangle is
yay.
actually delta.
Oh, I'm waiting for this. It's a holder for glasses. It holds 6 pairs. So pretty. It's pink. And it's 1, 2, 3. It's a 6-sided thing. What is that?
Hexagon.
And you unfold it, and it's got 6 places for glasses. Yeah. And then it rolls up. So it's a hexagon. So cool! Let me see if they all fit in here. The ones I'm wearing are the biggest ones I have. Let's see. Let's hope. Cross your fingers. And yeah, bitch. Okay, I got the ones that oversized.
Is this glasses as in spectacles?
No, drinking. Of course not.
Oh,
Spectacles.
How many have you got?
I have sunglasses too. And this way I have them all together. See? I'll show you a picture of it, okay? Let's see. I'll move this. This here. Picture of it. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see. Okay. There we go. Where can I put this so I can show everybody?
Yes, real nightmare. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch.
I was just thinking of that.
What is that?
That's crossing yourself.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Smart. Why do you need to do that though?
Except that you can't do
It's
that.
kind of easy to remember how to make a sign of a cross. Like, oh, I get it, because you don't know if you go left, right first. Is that it? Because a lot of kids do forget that. Left, right, right, left. I don't know how, but they do. Alright, so here is what I just got, okay? You unroll it, and each one of those triangles is a holder for the glasses.
Okay.
It's neat, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Then you have all your glasses in one place. I have reading and I have distance glasses, and then I have sunglasses as well. You have
Right, my glasses are either on my nose or by my bedside.
You don't have sunglasses?
Nope.
No, I don't have sunglasses either.
Yes, Savage. I keep my wallet in my back pocket too. But then again, I'm not
Yeah.
religious in any way, shape, or form.
That's great. Schrodinger. Cat lady?
Nice.
Cat lady. Oh, sorry.
Cat lady.
I didn't mean to call you that. Oh.
That's awesome, Nicole.
That's a Catholic thing. It is a Catholic thing. Only women make the smartest men. Yeah. Strongest men. Sorry. And smartest. Yeah, it was a very female-centric society, really. For being so into strong men, they revered women. They did. They knew the importance of a good woman. Yeah. Oh, come on. Stop talking about grilling and cooking out. I don't get to do that. You guys suck. You guys suck so bad. Well, feel pity for me. Come on. Right, fine.
There.
Fuck you all.
They're there.
Fuck you all.
They're there.
Talk about boring. You guys say nothing.
I was holding a few seconds of dedicated and sort of silence
A
in
moment of
honor
silence.
of your self-pity.
You felt a little guilty? Oh, don't feel guilty.
Yeah, Taipan, that's what you Aussies always do, right?
You have a what? You have a grill? A pit? You suck better.
Not me, Thomas.
No, he doesn't drink beer. Do you drink
Yes,
it
I
all, Simon? Really? If you drank it all, I would picture you as drinking wine and mixed drinks, like scotch and soda.
Well, put it this way. I still have a bottle of Chablis that was given to me 6 months ago.
So you don't drink wine. Okay.
I do, but I don't, if you see what I mean.
Well, what did Cary Grant drink? That's what I would picture you drinking.
If I'm drinking an alcoholic drink and I'm out and I'm not driving, I will drink ale by preference.
Oh, really? See, that doesn't. Yeah, you know what? That doesn't surprise me. You're so very British. Somebody throw Savage out, please. Ban him.
Now, what's he on about?
He sent me a picture.
Oh. Yes, hello, baby. Nuki Brown Ale is nice.
Newcastle Brown Ale.
I'll let you guys vote on whether or not we should ban him. This is what he sent me.
What are those, cannolis?
Drinking a boxcar. What the hell's a boxcar?
Can you be in this conversation, Simon? Look at the picture.
Yeah.
That's what he sent. He should be banned, right?
I don't know. What the hell is it?
That's the cannolis. How do you not know what a cannoli looks like?
Because I've never had one.
So everybody knows what a cannoli looks like, at least.
Almost everyone knows.
I was under the impression, Taipan, that Australians hated Fosters.
That's probably why he's suggesting somebody else has it.
I thought Australians hate them too. Hate it too. That's like Dr. Dave has a poster for Foster's and it's behind him. I'm like, if you're a beer professor, you don't drink Foster's. Just saying. Am I right?
Yeah, I like lagers, but I'm not big on it.
I don't think it. Oh, maybe it's so hot in here because the sun hits my windows directly for most of the day. Is that probably why? Even though the blinds are down, would that still heat me up?
Could be, yeah.
It's fucking hot in here, guys. It's gotta be. Wait, I can tell you exactly what it is if I have that thing. It is. Cliff, what's 24 degrees Celsius in real?
Real.
So do you need me to crawl out from under your bed and start fanning you?
Yes.
It is in your wacky temperature scale you guys use at 75.
Yeah. See, what's wrong with my air conditioner? She's not even like I have her on swing and she's not even swinging right. Cause like on swing, her vent thing goes up and down, and she's not moving that much. I gotta have somebody look at her. Who would I call for that? Bella, don't die on me, Bella. You're so young. How many years ago did I get her? 2, 3.
Something like it too, yeah, I think.
The best fucking purchase I've ever made. The most expensive, but the best purchase I've ever made was Bella. She's a Della portable air conditioner. Oh, best ever. Best ever. Not a swamp cooler. Don't get a swamp cooler, guys, because too much upkeep.
Yeah, you should be running about 20, not 24.
I know. I've had her on high all day. If her filter's dirty, is that gonna slow down her efficiency or lower her?
Could do.
I gotta get it cleaned out. Yeah.
Irish Dublin's got a good question for you, AMG. She bet, well, not question, it's a statement. She bets you've never had soda bread.
I believe I have, but that's like a sourdough, no?
I think so. What about lava bread?
What? I've had brown bread. I've had black. Wait, what is it you asked me?
Lava bread.
Lava? Like magma?
It's a Welsh thing.
No, I haven't had that.
Mm.
Don't forget, Irish. My godmother is from Dublin. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can blame me for Foster's because I don't drink it. There's more for the rest of you poor bastards.
I said 20, not 40. It's now 25 degrees. Let me shut my bedroom door. See if it's better just do the living room. Hold on. So I hear bathroom. Okay. Door. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. Oh, Jerry. I'm way too fine to be this stressed, y'all. Alright, here we go.
Wow.
What?
It's only 62 right now.
Shut up. Come on. Oh, I should get my fan. I have a Willow fan in there. Fort fan. Fan. Like a drag
Okay.
fan.
Yeah.
But, okay, here's what I want to know, guys. Somebody wrote it. You're a scientist. When I was in school, teachers always told us not to fan ourselves, probably because it was distracting. But they said the act of fanning yourself makes you hotter. I just don't believe that because millions of people have been doing it forever. Is that true?
I don't know. In theory, yes, because you're probably not getting enough air moving to have it give a cooling effect, and you're generating heat by your muscle usage. So possibly yes. it'll be an illusion, a bit like
I
alcohol
think
making you feel warm.
I think fans are just are illusion, period, because it's just moving the hot air. I get that they're causing a breeze. That's nice, but it's still hot air. I want cool air.
Yeah.
So
What is it saying? I get that, but does the act of doing it make you hotter because you're moving
I
that
think
one area?
I think in essence it might, yes.
'Cause
so
I get it, but I just don't think you're moving enough to make yourself hotter. Like you're not working out. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. There was a reservoir in Iraq, and it dried up so much that it revealed a 3,400-year-old city that was in the reservoir.
Get out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do you have pictures?
There's a video of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So are those hand fans useful? I mean, people use them in church all the time. Make it bigger.
I think it's more psychosomatic than anything else.
Oh my god. Look at that, guys. That was under a reservoir and they never knew it?
Yep.
Oh my god. That's awesome. What? That's amazing. Oh my god, look at that. Why wouldn't they build walls to keep the water out now? You can stop it now.
So I guess people need the reservoir.
But still, that one area, because it looks like it's part of a bigger reservoir. That one area, just wall it off, that one circle area in the middle of the reservoir. That's amazing, guys.
Yeah.
There's a whole city. What if there's more? Why don't they get some subs out there with windows? We're not going too deep now, it's just a reservoir. That's amazing. Right?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Have you seen those cities that they built into rocks and stuff? Like, it's incredible. They had to chisel everything before there were power tools. Amazing. The craftsmanship and the accuracy they had to have without having GPS, without having ground penetrating radar. Fucking incredible. I know it lends itself, like, then there are the flat earthers who believe in, what was it, Terraria? Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like how there's all this knowledge that we've lost. Like, they still believe that, I just saw a video with this flat earthers, period, who believe that mechanism they found in Greece was the first laptop because it predicts, like, seasons, it predicts eclipses. All it does is a bunch of years that it's a pattern. They're set patterns that happen all the time. And
what do they call that? Sorry.
I don't know. Can you look it up? Let's see.
Brain is.
Let me see. Greek. I can't say. I got the light on. Wait a minute. I got the light on. Okay. Greek.
Yeah, I've seen things about it. I can't remember what the hell name they gave it.
I can't say the word. Antikythera mechanism.
Oh yes, yeah.
Antikythera.
Yes, that's the one.
I can't say it. I'm sorry, guys. And they believe it was a laptop with a touchscreen.
Yeah, that's what I found too.
That's so stupid. No, it's not a laptop. It's a mechanism that predicts patterns. It doesn't even really predict. It just tells you when it's going to happen. It's like a calendar, people. A calendar. With, but made out of gears. Not hard. I mean, it's intricate, but not a computer. Stupid.
Yeah.
Flat earthers they want to believe they're part of this small group of people who are in the know more than us. It's like I watched an old Donahue show. Does anybody remember Phil Donahue?
Yeah.
I know. I think I've seen a few. But
White-haired guy, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like the granddaddy of talk shows. He had these people on that the first, I believe, show that ever had Holocaust deniers on. The guy who started it all, Dave Cole, was on it. He was putting ads in campus newspapers questioning whether the Holocaust was real because they had built a Holocaust museum in Washington, and that pissed him off. He didn't deny people died in World War II. He just denied that Jews were targeted, and there was a Jewish kid there too who also was a revisionist and said that gas chambers didn't exist or something like that. I don't know. It's ridiculous. We know that.
Yes, 11 million people just happen to have.
Well, they don't
decided
believe
to-
that. They believe only, I think, 20 million died, and they were of all races. That's what they were saying. I'm not saying it's true. These guys were horrible, let me just say, because there were survivors there, because this is back in the 80s. And there was this woman who was so beautiful in that her strength, like she was a small child in Auschwitz. Fucking crazy. She remembers Goebbels. Did I say his name?
Goebbels, yes.
Yeah.
He was there directing them where to go when they got to the camp and separated her and her sister from her mom and her other sisters. Like, insane.
Are you sure you're not talking about Joseph or Mengele?
Mengele?
Was it Mengele? No, I thought she said.
Joseph Mengele was the doctor. Goebbels was
Yeah.
the head
Propaganda
of the
minister.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Mengele. I don't think. I'll give you the link for the video. It could have been. But I know both of them were talked about because a woman called in, a German woman called in, who was born with a defect. Her mom was part of the Hitler Youth. Her parents are proud Hitler Youth people. She doesn't talk to them anymore. And because she was born with a slight defect on her ear, they experimented on her. This poor woman. These guys were denying all of it to the face of the woman who had been in Auschwitz and her sisters who were in the front row. They were being so fucking rude. I was going to show you guys the video, but I don't know. I know that like showing it just plain on YouTube to me is not worth it. The ideas don't deserve a platform. But then again, we talk about flat earthers and debunk them all the time too.
Yeah.
But the thing that made me insanely mad was the comments for this video of Donahue. Everybody in the fucking comments believe the goddamn deniers. Dude, I'll put the link in the chat. Just go look at the comments. They all fucking side with the deniers. It's insane. It's a conspiracy theorist wet dream. Just, I don't even get it.
Yeah.
Like, they had a scholar from Occidental, and yet it's like they were even denying, like, the reason I brought this up was the historian that was there from Occidental said that it's not on the museums and the historians to prove that it happened. It's on these deniers to prove it didn't, because they're the ones with the claim. Like flat earthers have to prove the Earth is flat. We don't have to prove, like NASA doesn't have to prove they went to the moon. You have to prove they didn't, because you're making the claim. And why is it that these conspiracy theorists never understand that? That's the point I was getting to. Why? Why do they think we have like the accepted wisdom has to prove to the fringe group?
I can almost see their point. I'm trying to be fair about this. I mean, we claim that they have to prove it because that's what they're claiming. But they, for example, flat earthers, but they say that we have to prove that what we claim
Right. But we
is
don't.
true.
It's accepted.
Exactly.
Or
we
history.
accept it's true, so therefore we have to say they have to prove it. But they
Right.
think they're right, so they think that we have to.
No,
prove
because the
Yeah.
the norm is yes, it's round, yes, it happened. So they're going against that. They're making the claim. If we were making the claim, yeah,
the norm,
but
the
this
norm
is the
doesn't matter.
accepted knowledge.
The norm doesn't matter.
No, yeah, it does.
If
When it's accepted, it's been experimented on, it's been researched, and this is what has been proven.
No, it doesn't matter. If you're right, you're right. It doesn't matter what the norm is.
Yeah, it does.
Well, to thee and me, yes, very much so. But if you know you are right, regardless of how many people are telling you you are wrong, you still believe you're right.
Yeah, but no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about logically, that's a fallacy that we have to prove it.
Yeah.
I have it pulled up. Do you guys want to see some of it? The guy, after David Cole, after this Donahue show, had to go into hiding. Because the Jewish Defense League, JDL, went after him. Actually, there was a hit put on him. But I don't think anybody of any worth did that. But so he went into hiding for a while, changed his name, but then after some years he came back with the same beliefs, only worse. And if it was just him putting this out there because he's curious or he wants to get to the truth, that's one thing. But on every one of these ads, he's asking for donations. There's Okay. What are people in the chat saying though? Oh, I was packing my cigarettes, Irish.
Yeah, for some reason she feels the need to beat up her cigarettes.
Connie, I'm sorry, baby.
That sucks.
You'll be okay. I know it. I know you'll be okay. If you need anything, let me know.
Yeah, take care.
Anybody who's a smoker knows what packing cigarettes is.
I used to be a smoker and I never used to do that.
I just thought you were really trying to get your point across.
No. I'm not that much of a stupid bitch. Okay. But here, let me show you some at least comments. There's the man, the myth, the legend, the granddaddy of the daytime talk show, Bill Donahue. The channel's Real Information Center, it's a bastion of conspiracy bullshit. Like the Obama truth birther thing, something about MLK even. Like these people are down that rabbit hole of bullshit, crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing how the tactics that were used then on those who speak against the status quo are the same tactics used today, for example, with the COVID hysteria. Oh my God, really? They don't believe in COVID either, these people. So here.
Well, it does seem incredible that anybody should ask the question, but they are. Did the Holocaust really happen? And what proof do we have?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. So we have see, and there's a great, because we're not going to watch the whole thing, but there's a great point made by the professor who comes on that people like the deniers here and the flat earthers that we see all the time, and the frauders say, but mostly because the other two. There's this thing that they all do, where they take something about, say, the moon landing that can be questioned, and they focus on that, not the millions of pieces of evidence we have proving it. You know what I'm saying? The one question we have about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They go with the minutia that can be questioned and they ignore all the evidence. And that's why they think they have a point. They don't.
Even one Jew was killed in a gas chamber. Those questions, however, are being asked and causing furors on campuses all across America, provoked by an ad which is offered by a person that you're about to meet who suggests that the Holocaust needs revisiting. Here is how we put it in this report prepared for our program. Watch this. In just the last 6 months, 15 college newspapers across the country have run advertisements that call for a, quote, open debate of the Holocaust, unquote. The ad claims that the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. has no proof whatever of homicidal gassing chambers and no proof that even one individual was gassed in a German program of genocide. The ads have caused an uproar everywhere, sparking protests from students and boycotts of the papers. The man who placed all the ads, Bradley Smith, has been called anti-Semitic and a neo-Nazi because of the
Oh, sorry, David Cole's a Jewish kid. My bad.
challenges of the Holocaust. Smith claims he simply wants the truth to be told, that Jews were never placed in gas chambers, and that the figure of 6 million Jewish deaths is an irresponsible exaggeration. And he's not alone in his beliefs. A recent poll by the Roper Organization found that 22% of all Americans believe it's possible the Holocaust.
That's an insane amount of people.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an insane amount.
I wonder what the percentage is today.
Can you see if you can find that clip?
Oh, well, I would like to say it's a fuck of a sight less, but
Oh, please.
Holocaust never happened. Another 12% say they don't.
Oh, no, that's 34 total.
that's a third. Yeah, a third of
Oh,
the
my
population.
God. America. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. I'm ashamed. I'm so sorry. I am ashamed of that. Like, literally, so fucking ashamed of that. What is happening in schools and homes across America? Are they questioning everything that we know?
Okay, so survey finds shocking lack of Holocaust knowledge among millennials and Gen Z. 63% of those surveyed do not know 6 million Jews were murdered in the Holocaust. Over half of those thought the toll was under 2 million.
Oh my God. Do they believe it happened?
Let's see here.
I think there's a proportion that, as Cliff alludes to there, think it happened but don't believe the scale, or think the scale is actually.
Are those just
wrong.
Gen Zers or whatever?
Oh.
Here or everywhere? Please don't say it's just America. Please.
In the United States,
Oh,
it says 90% of respondents said they believe that the Holocaust happened.
all right,
So
good.
among millennials and Gen Z, it's 90%.
Stupid. But they're still stupid.
10%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still
Yeah.
good. That's better than it was then.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. But they don't know. It was. It's still not good, but it's better, I guess. Step in the right direction, maybe? I don't know. See if
It
you can
could-
find a number for
it-
everybody. Not
it-
just.
Could be down to the way the question was phrased on that poll.
Yeah, that's always a big part of polls. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
So in a time when over 5,000 visitors are crowding the new Holocaust Museum every day, and the film
No.
Schindler's List is reducing jaded moviegoers to tears, the
That was
question should be
powerful.
asked, how can anyone claim the Holocaust was a hoax?
They'd not seen the film but read the book, Schindler's Ark.
The man responsible for those ads is with us, Bradley Smith,
Look at him.
who is
Look at that neck.
going to tell us that he is not an anti-Semite
Right.
and he's not a Jew.
Look at him.
However, you introduced You introduced the story inaccurately, and so did your man on the television. We never say.
That was him on the television.
It's a press cliche. Nobody says the Holocaust never happened. This is one of the things that should be gotten straight right away. I had to change the text of my ad. The text now reads, I do not say the Holocaust never happened. What I say is, if there were no gas chambers, what was the Holocaust? It's a very different thing.
The systematic killing of Jews.
What?
He's saying the gas chambers define the Holocaust. No, it doesn't.
No, he's saying if there were gas chambers.
No, he's saying if there were no gas chambers, what was the Holocaust?
No.
He's saying they don't exist, the gas chambers. That's his whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the press should try to start getting right. No, it's very important.
All right. You do not deny that anti-Semitism in Europe in the 30s, most especially Germany, Poland, and environs, was visceral, and that Hitler...
We're not talking about any of that. Listen, I'm doing
please
something...
don't be upset with my question.
I'm not upset, but the question is outside the parameter of the issue. I'm running an ad...
You can't talk to... It's his show. He decides the parameters, bitch.
Advertisement that says the museum...
We're 3 minutes into this program, and you don't like my question.
The question has nothing to do with what I'm doing.
No.
What you're doing is...
Listen, this isn't...
Let's accept your point here. May I ask you the courtesy of responding to this question?
Yeah, sure.
What a fucking arrogant twat this guy is. Sorry. Look at him.
Do you believe that there was, engineered by Hitler and the Third Reich, a strategy of eliminating Jews called the final solution? You believe that?
I don't believe it anymore. I used to.
Wow. Didn't Hitler literally write about the final solution?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
He
wrote Mein Kampf.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know whether he actually alludes to it in that or not, because I've never read it.
Yeah, I believe it was Heydrich that really authored the final solution, along with a couple other people, like Adolf Eichmann was involved.
But it was Hitler was the one.
He didn't actually. Hitler didn't actually
he might not
write
have
about
called
it.
it that, but he was going for it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he wanted it, but he
Yeah.
didn't really write about it or anything like that.
I don't believe it. But that's not what I'm talking about. See, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you won't ask the right question. The question is this. We have a $200 million museum in Washington, D.C. It's in America. It's not in Europe. And in the museum, the whole museum is dedicated to the proposition that Jews were killed in gas chambers. They don't have any proof in the museum that Jews were killed in gas chambers.
By the way, this man has never been to any of the camps. Never been to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
doesn't exactly surprise me.
Yeah, he's not basing his knowledge on any research he's particularly done.
As a matter of fact, they're so sure of guys like you, we'll never ask them the questions they've even in the press, nothing personal.
Right.
In the press, guys like you,
go ahead.
who they've even invented a new gas chamber for the museum that we've never heard about before. And they don't even know where it is. The historian says it may have been, quote unquote, near Gießen. This is the best historical writing that $200 million can buy?
I didn't interrupt you. No, I do ask you, however imperfect my questions may be, to at least grant me the courtesy of trying to speak to these questions.
Sure.
Because this is just to figure out
I'd like to do
where you are, and it is in point, in my imperfect opinion. Do you believe people in Nazi Germany were taken away and killed because they were Jewish?
Well, they were certainly taken away, and Jews were killed. Everybody was killed. This is one of the vulgarities of this story, is that some 40 millions of people were killed during World War II, and were asked to be unusually sensitive to a fragment of those who were killed.
This guy's sick.
He's really dancing around the question, isn't he?
He is. Let me get
Yeah.
back This is another guy I want you to say.
I believe the truth will make us free. I believe that what you've done here can no longer be ignored by mainstream media, and I should say is not being ignored. You appear with us in the company of David Cole, who is a Jew by birth. So, David, you enjoying my program so far, David?
I'd like to get in here.
Yeah, you're looking a little bit. You want to get in too, huh? You're nervous about time running out. You say there's no proof of gas chambers or the genocide of 6 million Jews. I should ask Mr. Smith, how many Jews died in your estimation?
I don't know. I was going to get in. I was mistaken. Sit back for a while.
You take people to a concentration camp and show us a door that opens from the inside?
Well, now, wait a minute. I want to first, my studies are based on my own examination into the physical evidence. The gas chambers, the buildings claimed to be the gas chambers, still exist at 2 of the camps in Poland. You can go there, you can conduct forensic tests, or you can go there and just look for yourself. Now, one of the gas chambers at the Majdanek camp.
We'll show you. Show them the film. This is a...
The pedantry of this kid is what really kills me. Watch, you'll see. He finds proof of gas in one building, but not another. And the one building he finds it in was not what they called the gas chamber, so that means the gas chamber didn't exist. Well, to find proof of the gassing, it happened, right? Kind of makes sense, right?
All right.
What are you using the gas for, if not, like you don't use Zyklon for nothing. You don't use it to clean your linen, right? No.
Yeah.
The film that Mr. Cole would be happy to show you and has shown
All right, now,
a number of people.
Most importantly, the Zyklon B gas that is said to have been used leaves blue stains
there you go.
and traces on the walls. These are the delousing chambers at Birkenau, at the Auschwitz-Birkenau camp. They are loaded with blue staining that indicates Zyklon B gas.
He just said it. It's a blue stain from the Zyklon B. But they call it delousing, so, nobody died there. No.
Usage. Here I am in the inside of the delousing chamber. The blue staining is clear. The traces are measurable even 50 years after the fact.
That's a lot of gas.
Now we come to the inside of a gas chamber, a supposedly murderous gas chamber at the Mauthausen camp in Austria. There is no blue staining on the walls, no Zyklon B traces in the walls. They have been measured. There is no Zyklon B residue.
What if it looks like a freshly painted wall, though?
Yeah.
What if they did paint over it? What if, they didn't mark that as the right chamber? Well, I don't know. But we just saw proof of it, did we not? Even if one Jew was gassed, it happened.
50 years after the fact, it exists at the delousing chambers. It does not exist in the supposedly homicidal gas chambers. Here we see the door to the Mauthausen gas chamber. It does not lock. It doesn't lock. The latches can be opened from the inside or the outside.
That's not a doorknob. That's a little thing that when it's dark and everybody's choking to death, they're not going to be able to turn this. Watch.
I am showing right here. You cannot lock somebody into this room. You cannot lock somebody out of this room. This is physical evidence.
Look how hard it is to turn that. When there's Nazis with guns on the outside holding that closed, who knows if they chained it, right? They kept it closed. They were not allowed out of this room. What do you think happened?
If that opened from the inside, there would be a handle.
Just like on the outside. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. There's no way a bunch of people pressed up against that door to get out could get out. No way.
And what he hadn't actually shown is doing that when the doors are actually closed, because there would be an awful lot more friction.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his proof is not proof at all.
Nothing to do with what I'm assuming or what I'm guessing about.
And he's using his whole body. He's not showing it. But his whole body is being used to turn that shit.
And I show a door to one of the gas chambers at the Majdanek camp in Poland. Same thing.
Yeah, this
the
was
door
even worse.
Should be coming up. Here we go. Yeah. The door latches only from the inside. Here I am. I'm standing inside the gas chamber, and I'm showing the latches from the inside. Now, this door opens into the chamber. If you're going to pack 1,000 people in a room and kill them, you can't have a door that then opens into the room because they will be piled up against the door where they died. And I am now showing that the latches of this...
That proves nothing. That proves nothing.
Yeah.
Door, they latch inside. You cannot lock somebody into this room.
You don't know what they did to keep that door shut. You don't even know if that's the right door, by the way.
Well, you're a real Columbo, David.
Wait a minute. Wait, now, excuse me, Phil. Why don't you ask? No, wait a minute. Why don't you ask why anyone else hasn't brought this up in 50 years since the...
They have. The point is they have.
Because people are sensible. They realise what the hell went on.
Yeah. They brought it up and then they debunked it. That's why.
Yeah, since the war was over. Why haven't there been other Columbus?
How many Jews died, David, in your opinion?
It's impossible to say right now. Why don't you ask?
Well, would you have an
Why
idea?
don't you ask?
You certainly seem to know which way the doors opened 50 years ago. I mean, aren't we? Let me just talk personally about.
This kid gets so upset.
He's a sanctimonious little shit, isn't he?
Yeah, he can't take this little pushback, so he leaves. That's why I wanted to see him.
How old are you? Wait a minute. I want to put the issue in some perspective, especially for the audience. When the war was over in 1945, it was claimed that there were 22 camps that had gas chambers in them. 22. By the 1950s, 16 of those camps had been officially revised by the Americans.
Okay. Like science, history is revised when we find out more proof.
Yeah.
So what? It doesn't mean we were completely wrong. You found proof of gas.
Yeah.
He saw it with his own eyes. He almost touched it with his own hand. I don't even understand that kind of dissonance. Cognitive or otherwise. Sorry.
The Israelis, the British, the Soviets, and now it was only claimed that 6 camps in Poland had gas chambers. In other words, what happened was the camps that were in Germany and Austria were able to be investigated by Americans, freely investigated by historians. But the camps in Poland were not made available to Western researchers until recently. Well, yeah, but this is a complex topic.
It certainly is. David, you are
so complex. You know? So we move on to the historian. And they let this kid rant a little bit more. He doesn't come back for the next segment because he's been bitched at too much, apparently.
are familiar and know and have traveled with Ernst Zundel. Is that so?
No.
Okay, yeah. So this Ernst Zundel guy is.
Yeah. He was hiding out in Canada for a while. He got deported to Germany.
Right. So this kid refuses to acknowledge that he's hung out with him. He says he met up with him twice. That's different.
Oh, I have not traveled with Ernst Zundel.
Did you meet him in Poland?
I met him in Poland. I've met him twice in my entire life.
Right,
I have met him twice in my entire life.
What did you do? Have a beer? I mean, what's travel mean? You met him in Poland.
Yeah.
He introduced you to he is a neo-Nazi. You don't deny that.
Of course he is.
And he had an access
Of course he is.
program in Colorado, which has subsequently been pulled.
Why Colorado? Come on! Oh.
The land of the free.
Shut up. Conspiracy theorists love Colorado, man.
Off the air after complaints by the Simon Wiesenthal.
No, I'm sorry, Phil. This is not about who I've met in my life. I just met you. Does that mean I'm Marlo Thomas? This is about.
That was good. That was good.
Whoever Marlo Thomas is.
Marlo Thomas is his wife and the girl from That Girl. Or Marlo Thomas showed me. And a Jewish woman, by the way.
Right.
What is it about?
This is about physical evidence. This is about the gas chamber.
Right. Let me just give you this.
Now, please be clear that I've also worked with Holocaust researchers on the other side of this issue. I've worked with them far to making crass generalizations. If you are going to claim there was a gas chamber program, you have to be able to offer evidence for it.
Okay. He's talking about crass generalizations like the ones he's making.
What about all the bloody documentation of this?
All the people who are documented as going to the camps and never returning. Someone in these comments, which I'll show you after this, actually credits the first guy with reuniting a survivor and his brother or her sister. They can't get it clear in the comments if it's a man or a woman, their brother sister. Because they saw each other on the show and were reconnected. They thought each other was dead. So that's So they go on to say that's why all the Jews are perceived dead, because they just haven't seen each other again. What?
Wow.
6 million of them. Right? Just 6 million never reunited. Stupid. The level of stupidity you have to stoop to support these theories. Come on.
Yeah.
Much more than that. You claim that 6 million did not die.
The 6 million figure is already dead. In 1989, the Auschwitz State Museum, which had claimed from the Nuremberg trials in 1945 and 46 onwards that 4.1 million people died at Auschwitz. In 1989, that number was officially revised to somewhere around 700,000.
Yes, we do have people who care very much about the existence of what some argue are deniers. These gentlemen would say revisionists. Michael Shermer will join us in a moment. He's a
Fun fact, I called into the show once.
Yeah.
Dr. Michael Shermer is professor of history of Occidental.
Oh, and the little things you see on the bottom are speak to the channel that this is showing. That's showing this.
Yeah,
Jews exposed, shit like that is flashed on the bottom all the time.
Yeah.
College in Los Angeles. Well, what a wonderful opportunity for you. I'll tell you what, Louis Farrakhan, the speeches at Keene College.
And now this.
This is a very, very with all of this coming together, including Schindler's List. I'm going to tell you something you already know. The Holocaust Museum declined to send someone here, and the Wiesenthal Center.
They don't want to give them credibility by appearing with them.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
And when we started doing the creationists, Scientologists, and so on, I noticed when we began to look into the Holocaust deniers that there was a pattern that I recognized.
Yeah, here it
For
goes.
example, David's footage, which is very interesting. And I've been on the phone all morning calling to ask answers to some of your questions.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, Holocaust scholars have already been asking some of those questions, and they are trying to answer them.
So you're saying...
And, no, wait, let me finish.
Did you hear what the kid said? He said, "Oh, so you're saying the questions I'm asking are legitimate?" No.
Yeah.
Did not say that.
No.
Revising any historical event is, of course, what historians do. But one of the tactics that all of these fringe groups do to try to move into the mainstream is to focus on what we don't know about some particular subject and ignore all the evidence that we do have.
Yes.
For example, why do we have so many huge orders of Zyklon B? Why do we have, for example, some of these pictures?
The poison gas
Yes.
that was used.
Poison
gas that was used.
Why do we have huge blowers to re-aerate the chambers if all you're doing is delousing clothing and mattresses?
Talk about them in one chamber. Talk about them in one crema.
And okay, second strategy. You shift the burden of proof.
Your mic's...
See, they had no opposition during the first segment. And now they got to be like this. He knows he's not an open mic. He knows that.
It's open, David. And incidentally, you were all alone without opposition in the first segment of this program. Now you're going to do this when he comes
Wait
out?
a minute.
Let's go.
Talking.
Give him a shot. Wait a minute.
He is saying that I am a member.
Okay.
Wait a minute, no. He is saying...
Immature bitch.
Your reputation will be intact. I
He is
assure
saying
you.
that I'm a
after this
member of a
program.
fringe group. I am not a member of any group.
All right. Well, you wanted to
You're
say.
still fringe. Doesn't matter if you're a card-carrying member of a group. You're still a fringe group.
Yeah.
Dr. Shermer, please. You wanted to say.
Yes. Okay. Well, one of the things you do is you shift the burden of proof from the established wisdom to to the established wisdom away from yourself. See, the burden of proof is not on us to prove the Holocaust happened. That's been happening for 50 years.
Yep.
We've established that. The burden of proof is on them to prove that it didn't happen. And finding bits and pieces of inconsistencies in an eyewitness testimony, or the door didn't open. Look, you don't have to have a lock to keep a door closed. You can slam boxes up against it. You can hold it closed. That's not a problem.
Opens in.
Be curious.
They might not have used that particular room. They might have had just a bunch of guys with guns on the outside shooting anybody who opened it. We don't know.
Yeah.
There. But in a minute, you're going to meet people who were.
Curious to know what Mr. Smith, Mr. Cole feel about this. Here is film familiar to those
Okay, I'm not playing this. It's from Auschwitz. I've seen this film, and it's too much for anybody to watch here. If you want to watch this documentary, it's moving, but it shows you in detail what happened from the time. I can't look at it.
And die. 40 million people.
We were showing it in high school in 2 parts, and after the first day, I begged my parents not to make me go back to that class. It is too real. So, warning goes out to anybody who hasn't seen it and wants to look it up. It's not for the faint of heart at all.
It's harrowing as hell.
That's a great word. It's like the world's biggest snuff film, really, because they really die. Those are bodies you're going to see. Lots of them. And they're not in good shape. It's horrible. It's the most evil, disgusting, harrowing thing you'll ever see.
Died. Let me try and explain the vulgarity of what you just did. For instance, if someone is committing brutalities in a war, and you're going to look at the brutalities caused during this war, you're going to show the brutalities that have been exercised on both sides. For instance, this is always shown. This is stuff that's, but you don't show.
That footage, I'd like to ask Dr. Shermer a question. They just showed the Dachau gas chamber in that footage. Is that gas chamber ever claimed to have killed people or not?
No, and in fact, the important point here
There's
is
a
that
sign. There's a sign at that house notifying tourists of that fact.
It was not used to kill people. So why did you just show it in the clip?
No, I'm not at all sure that was Dachau. That was Dachau.
Oh, that wasn't. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. You're not sure that was Dachau. You show a clip on your show, and you're not sure it was Dachau.
Okay.
It was a documentary. He didn't make it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's ignoring, though, the rest of it. The bodies piled. You know? He's ignoring all that. It's
what they do.
Yeah. That's exactly what these fringe groups do. Flat earthers, Holocaust deniers, COVID deniers, all of them. Anti-vaxxers. This is what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, which this guy, which the other guy basically said, this is what they do.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what the point, the whole reason I'm showing this is exactly what every one of these groups do. And I want to show everybody so that we can all know it when we see it, basically, and call it out, because that's what we have to do. We can't ignore them anymore. The internet gives them, a root. It gives them almost legitimacy, because they can say it and they find other people who agree, like this one channel did. It's not, they're so silly anymore. Just ignore them, they'll go away. I don't think so.
Look, it doesn't matter because.
No, wait a minute. No,
because
it
look,
does matter.
Let him make his point.
History is knowledge, and like all knowledge, it progresses and changes. We continually refine our certainty about claims. And so we once thought there was human soap, the human soap story was true. Now we know it's not. And that's what historical revisionism is all about.
Unfortunately, that the human soap and lampshade thing, at least the human soap I know, this guy says, was revised and debunked. However, the people who survived it, they still claim it happened. I don't know where the disconnect is.
Yeah, I know.
About.
But it seems to me you've got a number of people.
Probably they lived with the truth so long they don't know that there's no proof of it. I don't know. But I would never go to a survivor and say, no, you're wrong. You know.
Oh, yeah. So Glober Mom makes a really good point. The Japanese did some terrible things too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You know.
Especially the Chinese.
Yeah, and we did bad things too to the Japanese internment camps. You know, I don't deny every country has done some shitty things, but do they add up to the Holocaust? No, I don't believe they do. For that group, yeah, you can never deny that. You know, I'm
I
not
think what
saying
the
I'm saying we can't deny the Holocaust happened just because other bad things did. That's what this guy is saying. Bad things happen to everybody, so no Holocaust. What?
yeah, I mean the Turks did almost the same thing to the Armenians. They killed 1.5 million Armenians too. So
Yeah,
there's different things that have happened in history, and the Holocaust is just the most extreme of those genocides.
yeah, but it's like, but because different things happen in different times in history, you can't say in World War II the Holocaust didn't happen, and that's what this one show is about. Just that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And fringe groups, in a larger sense, fringe groups.
Seizing at this moment in our national life on these reports
Ignorance.
that I'm not sure were ever encoded in granite,
No,
and
nothing
suggesting
is.
that because there was some hyperbole with regard to lampshades, that therefore the whole story of
That's right. That's called
Right.
the slippery slope argument.
Yes.
If this is wrong, then maybe this is wrong, then maybe this is wrong. Hey, maybe the whole thing didn't happen. That's a lot of
Yes.
balance.
We will be back to allow this audience to ask.
Alright, so they have some call-ins, but I want you to see the survivor lady and how she's treated by this motherfucker. First we see her sisters.
Making money on this. Is this political?
Oh my god. I'm sorry to go off the subject for a second. But this woman
Making money on this. Is this political?
is every woman in the 80s. Just the hair, the makeup. Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that so much. That's almost my hair. Only brown. Right, sorry.
How do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, he makes
Why
money
do I
off
do
of
it to whom?
Why are you doing it?
Well, one of the problems here, we have a feeling that if we talk about this issue, nobody is involved but Jews. Germans are involved. For instance,
Oh, I feel bad for the Germans. Oh, they got a bad rap. No, they didn't.
if we tell,
The ones now might, but the ones back then, no. They did.
Yeah, if I had one pet peeve about this is the fact that this is going to sound bad. Yes, okay, 6 million Jews, give or take, were killed,
Yeah,
but there were 5 to 6 million other people also killed.
yeah,
in the
that's what
same
he's
camps,
making. That's
and
the point
they
this
don't
guy's
tend
making.
to ever get mentioned.
No, they do. They do. Nobody's saying only Jews were killed. I don't ever look at it that way, and I'm sure most people don't. But we're talking about one particular subject of that World War. We're not talking about World War II. We're talking about the Jewish Holocaust. I see those things as separate.
Well, I don't see it as being the Jewish Holocaust. I think it's the Holocaust which killed about 11 or 12 million people, around half of whom were Jews.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not a purely Jewish thing.
no, but you can't deny that the Jews were systematically targeted.
Well, so were gypsies.
So were gays, and
yeah.
I get that. I do. It's the Nazis, as a whole, but these people are saying because other people were also killed, the Holocaust didn't exist. And that's insane.
Yeah.
there's something vulgar about lying about Germans, and thinking that it's
Nobody's
proper.
lying
For
about them.
instance, it was a lie that Germans cooked Jews to make soap from them. It was a lie, and it was.
But it's not a lie that they did everything else. Oh my God.
And
It's
how's this
not a lie.
answering the question about money/politics,
What?
which was the question that was asked?
Yeah, he skirts around questions.
Not a
In
lie.
my-
It's a mistake.
True. They made lampshades and they cooked soap. That's true.
Ask the professor.
This is a woman who was in the camps, the sister of the woman that was coming out.
Excuse me.
Ask the professor.
Historians make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. We're always refining our knowledge. And
the professor's trying to be respectful of this woman. This guy does not.
some of these things come down and they don't turn out to be true. But let me tell you what I think is
This is not true. Tell her it's
let
not
me
true.
let me tell you what I think is
No,
Because and ask why they're doing that to this woman. Why have they taught this woman to believe the
they
Germans?
haven't told her she was there.
Did you see them yourself?
I was 7 months in Auschwitz.
And you
I
saw them make soap
lived near
from
the
people?
crematorium as far as I am from you. I smelled you would never eat roast chicken if you would have been there because I smelled 24 hours
You mentioned
roast
soap
chicken
and
there.
lampshades. Let's get
He won't even let her speak, this motherfucker.
to the bottom of one thing. She says soap and lampshades.
Yes,
The professor
yes.
says you're mistaken.
You know
Is
what?
there
Even
room
the
for open
Germans
debate?
admitted.
Is there room?
Admitted that they had
You have-
lampshades from.
Right. Do you have any
And,
empathy at all?
Why would anyone do this
Do
to
you?
her?
Are you concerned about
See how he's mocking her? Why would
Yeah.
anybody do this to her? Make her believe it. She was there, bitch.
the pain that you caused this
Yeah.
woman?
Sure. Yeah, but why should we
Accepting the
ignore,
virtue
Yeah,
of your
but-
motives here.
why should we ignore the Germans who are accused of this despicable story?
So in other words, you feel
I
that
was 7 months there. If you
That's her tattoo that she's showing. Her barcode tattoo.
Yeah.
are blind, somebody else would see it.
It's numbers. It's not an actual barcode, but still.
Yeah.
I was 7 months there.
So what?
So what?
He just said so what to her. He said so what to her.
Yeah. Hey, he's a scumbag. Liar.
Oh, somebody bullet between his eyes.
What does that have to do with soap? No soap.
No soap?
No soap, no lampshades. Let her finish one story.
yes.
Listen, the professor says you're wrong, that's all.
No, he wasn't there.
Oh, I see.
they
And
certainly
the Germans themselves said that. And the people who were there 4 years before me said that. That you
Occidental.
should know that Don used
Not deported. The people who were there before me. They misunderstood.
Yeah.
that because that could be your mothers.
A doctor
Yeah.
of history, Occidental College, he says you're mistaken.
They burnt
She was
bodies.
there.
They burnt bodies in masses. Great.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
The fucking disrespect he had for her. Whoa!
Yeah.
Like a hammer right between his eyes.
We're joined by Edith Glick, who was
I'm a
taken to
violent
Auschwitz at age
There
17
she
with
is.
your mother and your 3 sisters.
Beautiful woman.
That is your sister, with whom we've been speaking here just a moment ago. She is, and you then are the only survivors of your family. What would you want to share with us, Mrs. Lick? You've heard the testimony of Mr. Smith.
Yes, I'm not shocked because I have heard it before.
Terrible.
But when we arrived in Auschwitz, there were 4 sisters and 1 brother, and my mother, who was 39 years old. And my brother was taken on they separated the male from the female right away. And then I can still see Mengele was standing.
Okay, it was Mangala. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know Goebbels was also talked about by the call-in person, I believe. Yeah, you guys are right. Thank you.
There.
Joseph
Okay.
Mengele.
Yes. He was standing there. He had a vest on, and he was pointing with his fingers
Probably that guy's hero.
which way to go. They separated the young from the old. And my sister and myself, he
Poor woman.
directed on one side, and my mother and the 2 younger sisters on the other side with the old people. My mother was still 39 years old, and my 2 younger sisters started crying terribly that Mengele separated them. So Mengele didn't want to have a big commotion. Sister, that is good that my mother went on that side with them because they need her more than we did because we were older. And when we arrived in the middle of the night in Auschwitz, we saw that big flame far away and a big chimney that smoke was coming out. And that group that my mother and younger sisters and a bunch of older and younger people marched towards that big flame, and we never saw them again.
Mm.
The man's about to question it, so please. Deep
You know how
breath.
Mangala died?
I don't care.
Not painfully enough.
Okay.
Here we go.
And afterwards, people who were there 2 or 3 years before us was telling us, do you think that you're going to see your family again? They are in that smoke already. They are burning. So we thought that they are there such a long time that they lost their mind already. And we didn't believe them. But they kept telling us, and people who was working in the crematorium and the gas chambers for about 6 weeks, they came back at night and they told us what they saw. That people were gassed, and then they were transporting people from the gas chambers to the crematorium.
Right.
And after 6 weeks, they disappeared because they were gassed themselves. The German, they were working very systematically. They didn't want any living proof.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I believe you.
That is the strength she must have to live through that and not have lost her mind or her humanity.
I believe what you say. I would say Mr. Smith believes what you say. But Mr. Smith calls attention to the fact that the testimony is always someone who talked to someone who heard someone. And that is why I think we need a much more informed, organized coalition of historians who care about this dark chapter of the 20th century to speak to this. I mean, no disrespect to you, Mr. Sherman.
No, in fact,
but you know,
that's why
I am struck by the fact that the last thing you worked on was shooting down the creationists. I mean, yeah, I mean, where are the people whose commitment to the ideal of never again?
Yeah.
The people who built the museum in Washington, the proud people who put together the Simon Wiesenthal Center in Los Angeles can, in my opinion, no longer continue to ignore this man who is creating all kinds of theater on campuses across America by doing nothing more than asking for them to take his money so that he can put an ad in their campus newspaper. I think the memory of those who died is honored by a stand-up debate with this man who claims...
Well, that's why she's very courageous to come here, and she's one of 10,000 bits of data that proves the Holocaust, and we're glad you're here.
And we'll be back to let this audience in this program.
He sent the check with the ad. He assumed...
So this kid's from Queens College.
...that it would be inserted.
Right.
We took the ad, the editor-in-chief made copies of it, handed it out to the editors. We looked at it, we debated it, we read it. We came up a week later for a vote, 7-2 voted to run it, not necessarily as an ad, but to run it. What we decided to do was we would erase the bottom where he asks for donations and you get literature in return. We erased his fax number, his address.
Yeah.
Otherwise we did not touch the ad. We made it appear as an illustration. We sent back his blood money and we wrote an editorial next to it condemning for what he's doing.
I like that. I really do. There's another editor from another college that called in, and they took his money and sent it to the Holocaust Museum. So fuck you. Fuck you. I don't know where that caller is.
Yes.
You overcome some of the mental, emotional torture that you must have gone through during that time as a child.
Yes.
I guess we had no choice.
Yeah.
What choice did we have? We just went where they told us to go. Probably I believe that they gave us some kind of sedative. They did give us some kind of medicine to make us calm.
I think, is there a caller there?
Yes,
All right, this is the thing.
You wanted to say.
yes. My mother was in the Hitler Youth, and she was a fanatic follower, and she produced babies for Adolf Hitler, and I was born in Lebensborn, the special clinic next to Dachau, and I had a defect on my left ear. And Josef Mengele, when he saw it, he took me for experiments. I saw the Jewish tortured. I saw everything. I saw soap made from the people. I saw lampshades. I saw it all. And there are gas stoves. I saw it. And I'm a full-blooded German. And I have no contact with my family because they're all Nazis. And by today, I'm emotionally destroyed. I have to go see psychiatrist. I have to go see psychiatrist.
Yes. Mr. Smith would say to this woman that, first of all, you believe her account.
Which one? The woman
on the phone.
Oh, I couldn't figure out half of it.
Motherfucker. What a fucking motherfucker. What a fucking disrespectful motherfucker. Come on, bitch.
Yeah. I couldn't understand it. This is a woman who saw soap with her own eyes, I think.
No, it isn't. That's not what she said.
Well, I told you. I didn't understand
No,
that.
Phil,
Take
here's
my
the
word
thing.
for it.
You didn't hear that she said that they were experimenting on her?
Even the Germans,
Mr. Smith.
even the Germans are. This is
read more about it.
This is a German woman. The Germans have confessed to doing this. They're not denying it. See, even the Germans don't deny it.
Are you two atheists? You are. You're atheists, aren't you?
Yes.
That's why you.
All right, this one gets a little stupid with the God thing. You don't believe in God, you know. So yeah, that was really basically everything.
Been challenged to decide whether or not to publish this. And of course, debates break out everywhere and you get more attention. And throughout this
Yeah, but
entire...
you're not asking the right question. The question
you told
is
me
this.
that at the beginning of the program.
Let me ask the question. Listen, the question is, why aren't, for instance, these kids are being told by the professors that there's nothing to revisionist theory and that no revisionist question needs to be answered. These are the historians who are saying that. One reporter from Georgetown University called the museum and said, what about such and such a question in Smith's ad? And the spokesman for the Holocaust Museum said, we don't answer those questions because it's pornography.
No, Bradley, the reason they do this, the reason they do this is because they don't want to give the credibility of your argument as if this is a legitimate debate.
They don't have to.
Because what is not, it's not being debated. That's not what's being debated by professional historians. And so here's the long-term strategy: is to plant the seed of doubt now.
Yeah.
And then when the Holocaust survivors are all gone in the next century, then they'll have a chance.
Vulgar thing for you to say. The thing is,
and it's the truth, bitch. They plant the seed of doubt, and when they have nobody there who is there to contradict them, then they can go forward with it. You know?
Almost all the Holocaust survivors are gone now. You see it happening these days.
I just... So, yeah. He was a piece of shit. And, I forgot the comments. Sorry. If you want to see even worse, go look at the comments. I don't know if you want me to read them. This is So this guy says that the kid should never left the studio. He was doing great. This guy, Hugh White Knight. Everything we've been told is a lie to serve the globalist agenda. World War I and II were wars for humanity to be free or become enslaved, for either nationalism and the preservation of identity or the New World Order globalism. Chief of which The Jews are the architects, though. Of course, these are based that way. Oh my god!
You see what Nathan Thompson was saying about people with small hats?
Yeah.
It's his code for Jews.
True Man says, I've been looking for this episode for a long time. I remember watching it. David is very brave. I believe him 100%. You're an idiot. When he says you're real close, David, plus laughter equals the sound of cognitive dissonance by this guy. Magic.
Yeah.
Donahue's a fool. As if we should simply gloss over inconsistencies, mistakes, and fabrications for the greater good of the narrative. No, but you don't focus on one little thing and question all of that we know. This guy says it seemed like more of an inquisition. Oh my god.
Wah.
All these people fucking are on the side of the fucking idiot. Like, come on.
Do you suspect, perchance, that any anti-comments have been deleted?
Probably. The ignorance of that room was astonishing. If you can't even oh my god. Successful brainwash. These people. He only thanks people that agree with him. And yeah, there's no dissenting opinions here, so of course he got rid of them. After they come back from commercial break and show death camp footage, Nicole is quick to point out that the footage of Dachau was included. Donahue was caught flat-footed and tried to claim it did. Yet he acknowledged, like Cole and Dr. Shermer did, that nobody was killed at Dachau. But, I mean, this is the first time I've heard about. Oh my. Oh, his brother says there wasn't a sign that says there was nobody killed there. Oh, so, believe his brother. Back this video up. You don't have to be a Nazi to question the events of World War I and World War II. Wow, yeah, he must have gotten rid of any dissenting opinions. Oh my god! Alicia! Cunt. Edith looks and sounds like she's flat out lying or over-exaggerating. Because she is. They plant a lot of these phony survivors in order to reinforce a lie and pull on people's heartstrings. That's right. That's the sound of ignorance right there, people.
Yeah.
That is just, okay. She sounds like, what? Oh my god, these people all need to die screaming. Just saying. These people need to die screaming. Rude audience. Shit, you're in New York. Prove your shit. Sorry. Yeah, that's the danger of deniers and people who think they can get away with no proof.
Yeah.
Flat earthers, COVID deniers, anti-vaxxers all do the same thing. That's the whole point of this. These motherfuckers, man, they're too much. So, good old early 80s daytime talk shows, huh? Yeah, the call was that poor woman who called. Like, you could hear the pain in her voice. How the fuck does anybody hear that and think she's not real? You know?
Yeah, she must be a plant trying to make Germans look bad, right?
Oh yeah, full-blooded German though. Don't forget that. Yeah, me too. Damn. It's insane. And I knew a woman who had been at the camps. That aunt that I told you I don't speak to anymore, her first mother-in-law had a tattoo. And I remember them in high school coming to speak to us. Oh, sorry, no. Not her mother-in-law. Her father-in-law, though, was Hitler Youth. So, Yeah, I didn't like him. Never got along with him. Because I had heard, because I said to him, to give him the benefit of the doubt, I said, well, I heard that a lot of the people who were Hitler Youth were forced into it. Like, it's not the Boy Scouts. You don't join because you want. You join because you had to. And he's like, oh, no, I love that time. I'm like, okay. You're shit. You're a shit person. Yeah, okay.
It depends on the person.
He
Well,
was
people.
he was in denial for what, like, because he was one of the entitled ones, right? So nothing bad happened to him or anybody he knows. So he ignored all the bad, I suppose. I don't know. He thought it was like the Boy Scouts. He literally said it to me. It's like the American Boy Scouts. No, it's not. Bitch. No, it's not. I would hate to see what their patches are about. Just saying.
Yeah.
You're saying something? I'm sorry.
It's like people in former Soviet Union will say that, oh, back the Soviet times were the best time of my life. We had everything we needed, and yeah, blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Compared to now with Putin, I don't really blame you, but that's such a skewed way of looking at things. If you're going to compare everything to, the shit that is now living in Russia now with Putin and having to ration everything because there's all the sanctions and stuff. Yeah.
It was 28 years ago. You're right. And the topic is important. It's not for tabloidism, Thomas. There's an important reason why we're talking about this. History in itself is important. If we don't remember it, we're doomed to repeat it, right? But also, it's the point I'm trying to get across. The way they go after history or science or whatever they don't want to be true and try to undermine and play on people's ignorance, really, is what they're playing on. Fear and ignorance. That's what they use.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know, Unchained America. We got sidetracked in the early parts of it and just never got around. We've been on 3.5 hours? Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Nigh on, yes.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. All right, well, I'll let y'all go. We'll do game night. I don't know. So, like I said earlier, I'm thinking about stopping the live streams. I've talked extensively with Simon and Cliffy. Well, extensively since I told them about it. I had been thinking about it longer, for a while now. I would use the time to make videos instead. I would probably still stream on like holidays like I always did for people like me who don't have anywhere.
And
but
birthdays.
Other than that, yeah, like your birthday, my birthday, Simon's birthday, people's birthdays. Yeah, I guess. Not like the way I have been for everybody.
Yes, Irish, over.
But I don't know. This is why I'm getting there. Yeah. I'm sorry, real nightmare. I'm sorry. I'll give you something cute to go on or something. Give me a second. I always have a bunch of these. I have just that for you. Was that every 2000s kid? No, nah. Alright, how about Loyal Dog finds the hospital on her own to visit her sick human? Cute, right? Did I show everybody that dog that got the complaint? No, I showed just you guys, right? I'll show you 2 cute short videos. Okay? What are you doing?
I'm just putting my controller away. I'm done.
All right, thank you. All right. Here we go. Back to the day. Look at this. Dog comes out of nowhere. Where am I going? Where am I going? I don't know. I gotta find Mom.
We looked up and there was this dog that was just running across the lobby.
And I said, did you sneak this dog in here? She said, no, she snuck herself in here, Mom. She never ran away before.
She missed Mom and she knew to come and see Mom. We started looking at the tags and it had the address, and we saw how far away this dog had lived, as far as going at least 15 blocks to get here.
That was
wow.
great, just being able to see her.
Yeah, yeah, but if it had been clever, it would have gotten a taxi.
That's amazing. 15 blocks she went. That little dog. To find her mama.
Yeah, as I said, if it had been a clever dog, it would have got a taxi.
Alright, so there's... Now the story behind this one is... these people who live in an apartment kept getting complaints about noise when they were at work. People were hearing the piano play.
Yeah.
Okay. So people kept hearing the piano and noise from their apartment. And they're like, what are you talking about? We're at work. So they set up a nanny cam. And this is what they found on it. God damn, he's getting into it.
I'm old Cajunese. I don't believe in Ubers.
Oh my god. What a show. Okay, I'm done.
And AMG didn't like it when I suggested that with the second piano concerto by Tchaikovsky.
That is some fucking... That's a dog. That's an incredible doggy, huh? He was getting into it, like, big time. He's like, I'm so lonely, I could die. Yeah, Edith. By the way, Glenn Miller playing. Yeah, cute. That was great. So, I hope that helped you, Real Nightmare. That was you who said that, right?
Yeah.
Amongst others, yes.
Yeah. So I hope that helps. Those are two cute ones. Dogs are the best, guys. They're just the best. I'll never have one stuck in support.
I would have said that, Damien, but wasn't there...
You gotta stop doing that. See what he says first.
But I was going to address that in as what I was saying, but wasn't there a film about a dog called Beethoven? And I wanted to not
There's a song
be that obvious.
There's a movie called Beethoven.
Yeah, with a St. Bernard.
When you're discussing something in the chat, say what they say first, because anybody who comes in after, if the chat's not playing, they don't understand what we're talking about. That's why I say that. Because I've seen other live streams, and for some reason YouTube doesn't play the chat with it, and you have no idea what they're addressing. You know?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, it is. But yeah. So there you go. It makes up for what I showed you. All right. Like I said, I don't think I'm coming back. So I'm not gonna say see you next time, but talk to you later, maybe. I don't know. Anybody want to say anything?
Words will be said at some stage or another. That's all I'm saying. AMG.
Remember, AMG loves you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take care, everyone.